and we're doing it live.
Welcome to the GRG podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more.
Let's go! With
guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
Said who?
We are doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. The GRG podcast is in full visit. And if it sounds like I'm rested, because hot damn it, I am. Let's go. And they'll first start off looking at 108 Dragons gameplay, trash. But anyway, even though, you know what I'm saying, I can't wait to whoop his ass with some Mortal Kombat, man. I'm itching for more MK. Man, they showed Katana. Oh, and Devora, man, getting down in Devora's lair looks crazy. She's got that crazy move where she can turn you into, she can be like a spider. She got you in a web, and oh man, Mortal Kombat's looking more juicy and juicy by the day. Man,
that was that gameplay.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? One thing I will say this, right? I will say this. Guys are participating. Livewire gave me his gameplay, and 100 gave me his. Everybody except for Chuck. We still waiting on Chuck.
Hold on. You didn't get my gameplay?
Where was your gameplay?
You told me to email it to you.
Ooh,
where'd you email
my
it?
Highlights. My gameplay is sexy, people.
Man, that dude lying. He didn't email me no gameplay. When'd you email us your gameplay? Huh?
Well, I was mad. You said, well, I emailed it to K-Meg or something.
Okay, well, we'll find out. We're going to get down to it. But that's okay. All right, cool. But anyway, regardless of that, well, then that means everybody has participated, and that is great because, like I said, overall, when we got everything rolling, we've been challenged, gentlemen. We have been challenged by Xbot and his minions. Other than me, of course, I am the OKC Don, as I was told today on Twitter because of the new avatar. It's kind of crazy because I wasn't even thinking about the Don's thing going on, but because I had this new image and I gave it to Graphic God and everything, and I was like, hey man, because where I got it from, the image was from a album cover from a Rick Ross mixtape that I got. And I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And that stuff, I like the old Rick Ross when he was the big dude that was about the hustling, the ladies and about that cool shit. And then he just started went all trying to get gangster and everything, trying to show out because I guess he got exposed. He was a security guard or whatever. Regardless, that's just more my style, man. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting back, being the boss. But regardless of that, with the pinky ring up. Anyway, but yeah, let's get on to it. Let's introduce the people, the bums, as I say. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the ladies out there doing their thing for GWG. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Lady Infamous Delilah and all the ladies out there. Sharice, L Boogie. Much love to y'all. But anyway, let's get to it. 108 Dragons, what's up with you, man? What you been doing, man? Have you been gaming on anything?
You know, I've been doing a lot of gaming, but the Hellboy is what's up right now. Woo! A lot of violence, a lot of cursing. Good week, man. Good week.
You seen Hellboy?
Of course I did.
And it was good.
It was good.
Because it got crazy Rotten Tomatoes, which I know, you know.
Yeah, you already know how that goes.
Yeah.
That's like Metacritic.
He said that, Metacritic.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. You're right. About getting at my man live.
Oh, man. Anyway, let's get on to the next bum. And we back from well, you went to R. Kelly's concert a couple of weeks ago, and you and Lemon did. So, you know what I'm saying? I told us that was cool. And so last week you was missing, so I don't know who you went to see. I heard Kiss is out there doing some revitalizing themselves, is going out there doing some concerts. So maybe you went to a Kiss concert. You are the anime king, as you so call yourself. And so, hey man, what's going on with you, Bloody Knuckles?
I've earned that title. I would like to point out.
I will say you know your anime, bro. You know your anime, no doubt about it.
No, he don't. He just know a bunch of Japanese names.
Hey, he can get away with it.
I am your man.
He can get away with it.
Nah, he the man. He the man. He the man. I'm just playing. Son.
Get away. What's up with you, bloody? What you been doing, man? What you been playing, man? What's going on, man?
Oh man, I've been hella busy. All right, so I've been doing a lot of projects here, and my community's helping out some people. I know a lot of musicians. They want someone who can help with that camera work, going out to some of their shows. I've been working on recording stuff. I've been working on my streams. I've actually been doing a lot with that because I was doing Sekiro and going back to Metro and a few other games. And of course, I did my Drunk Automata stream not that long ago. But more importantly, I'm excited because tonight, your boy here actually got invited to do a charity event for an organization called One Up on Cancer. And they're an organization that's dedicated to helping adults who have been diagnosed with cancer with medical bills through donations and stuff like that. And I've actually met these guys, and they were wanting to start their Mixer presence. They asked me to be one of the streamers besides some other Mixer partners I know who are on there. So I'm excited to be doing that, and I'll actually be going live after this show at 12 p.m. Central Time over on their Mixer channel, which is mixer.com/1up. That's the number 1 up. So I'm going to be doing Cuphead live in the middle of the night with no sleep. So, fun times.
Man, he sounds like he's on meth right now. Anyway, let's get on to the next. He's on that dust. Oh my goodness. But man, yeah.
Hang on, wait. I gotta do a line. Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh no, that's Livewire, bro. Anyway, no, let's get on.
Whoa. Don't talk about Donald Trump like that. He's doing something extra.
Donald Trump's doing extra stuff right now. He'll probably be popping in here late, man, mess with Ivanka. But other than that, before I go to the next person, man, I do want to commend you for that, man. That's some great dedication. I know I watched a live stream last year. I believe it was last year. I think it was with Oh Snap Suckers, and she was doing it for a different charity. I don't think it was for I think it was for the Children's Hospital or something like that. And so
St. Jude.
Yeah, St. Jude's. And so yeah, they were doing it, and man, like I just so happened to be off work at that time, and she was struggling, and it was me and I want to say it was Games Down. Maybe Sir X-Man was there. I don't know. There was a couple of us there. Matter of fact, I think it was Sir X-Man because that was the first time that me and him really truly interacted. And we all was jumping on there playing Delirium Blades was there. Of course, Xbot, her hubby. And a couple other people was there, man. I'm sorry if I forget your names out there. I know Lady Foxfire was definitely there. But it was quite a few of us there, and we was trying to keep her up because she was dragging, man. But she made it through, and then she hit her goal. So, man, so big shout out to you, Knuckles, for doing that, man. It takes a lot of dedication and want to. And it's dope, man.
I'm so excited to have been invited to it. Like I said, I got to talk with these guys over the past few months. I really like what they do. It's personal for me because I've had family who's been diagnosed with cancer in the past, so I know how hard it is, especially with medical bills. Not everyone's able to cover it, so I do want to be able to give back to that, and just to be able to do an event like this, doing what I love to do. That to me is probably one of the greatest feelings and one of the most humbling things to be able to say I can do. And so I'm excited for that, and I'm planning to actually be doing something in May later, but that'll come down the pipeline. But I'm excited to do this right now.
Yeah. I believe in bloody is the future.
Oh no. Okay. Anyway, let's get on to the next bum. Triple Cup Chuck that said that he got me my gameplay. Man, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to look at them receipts, check that out. But
and you gotta go back and check that.
I will have to check that, man. We're gonna have to sit there and go into the conference room and talk about that for a minute because I don't remember hearing anything about that. Maybe you was dreaming that, but regardless of the fact, if you did, I really appreciate it, and you finally got you guys ready to get to moving because we can go against Xbot and show them how the real gamers game. I know what I'm saying. Pred over there be showing that filthy ass gameplay. Nox, Destiny, that's all he plays, and then you know what I'm saying. The Don over there playing that damn tired ass damn Mud Runners and the Dancing Frog, and Xbot. He plays whatever's that's on discount. We gonna wear their ass out. That's what we gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Next podcast against GRG is gonna be great. But anyway, what's going on with your Triple Cup? What's going on? What you been playing? What you been doing, bro?
Man, I'm up right now. I've been on that 2K, man. I've been trying to do this my whole life. I've been trying to get to a 98 or a 99 in 2K. I always fall short. I said, this year here, I'm gonna try it for one time my whole life. I want to be able to be successful at one 2K game, and that's what I've been up to for a while. And that's a grind, unnecessary grind, really and truly. But shit, I've been calling Captain Marvel, Captain Shazam, Shazam out of somebody. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing like that. But you know how it go.
Yeah. Oh, our homegirl is here, and I gotta go to my trusty Japanese. I can't even say interpreter. Could you? How you
the
say
Japanese
that?
enthusiast.
You're
talking about Cristina.
Cristina. Is that Japanese or is that like Spanish or Brazilian or something?
No, it is a Japanese name. There's a character that actually had that name from a specific anime. But yeah, well, it's Cristina.
Cristina, what's happening with you? What's happening with you? Put a little bit of that saucy flair to it, Cristina. That's it. Yes. Anyway, Operations Rookie of the Year. What's going on with you, bro? What you been playing?
What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, I know I've been quiet the entire time, but
your mic sound better. Golly, I was waiting for you two dudes. Time. Man, get y'all.
Yeah, I've been playing State of Decay with Sekiro a little bit, some Anthem, and of course a little bit of Apex Legends every now and then. But that's what I've been doing lately.
Cool. That's real cool. Cool. All right. So everybody on that Sekiro. Congratulations for Sekiro hitting 2 million, 10 days. I don't know why fanboys are going out there going after Xbox or going after Uncle Phil, or Killer Phil because of a comment, but you got to go across the industry. The industry is the one that's been saying it, so regardless. But let's keep it moving. Leaving last but not least, 99 pesos, 100. Hey, man, look, man, I know you've been grieving. Laker Nation is looking pretty foul flagrant right now. LeBron
Laker
is
Nation, more like Flaker Nation.
Oof, man, LeBron been shut down. He been in the playoffs, in the finals forever, and bruh, he comes to the West, comes to LA, and he's on vacation. Man, he's over here working. What's going on with that? Lose the coach, Magic Johnson bailed out. What's going on, man? What's happening?
I don't know. I was at a family barbecue.
Okay.
Oh,
you didn't talk to Magic or nobody. You didn't talk to
rainy day.
You ain't talk to the buses or anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't talk. I was like, man, they're trying to give me the job. I don't want it.
Why you don't want it?
I don't want it because I won't trade LeBron, and it's gonna piss off 108.
Oh well, I mean, let 108. Who is 108's team now? Since LeBron is,
he ain't got no team. He ain't nothing but a bandwagon.
He from Brooklyn, and he over there from Brooklyn, and he over here ain't representing Brooklyn. I can understand if you got a city that didn't have no basketball team. You know what I'm saying? That's like me being from OKC and not representing the Thunder. Like, and I'm just like T-Wolves fan or I don't know, hell, a Pelicans fan. Like that would be it's gross. Anyway,
fraudulent.
You're gonna get a response out of me. I'm not doing it.
I'm just saying. Well, good, because we're gonna bash him. People in the chat bash his ass for being from Brooklyn and not representing the Brooklyn Nets. In the playoffs, representing, Livewire would definitely be representing. That's his squad, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, let's get to it, man. We've been playing with the shenanigans as it is. So let's get to it. Matter of fact, I do want to jump on a topic that we missed, that we didn't get a chance to talk about, and that's going to be the first one. It was actually a really big topic to talk about last week, but we didn't get a chance to. So let's go right down the line. I mean, it really wasn't that much news going on this week, but I really want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. And that was in regards to the Forbes journalist coming out and saying, hey, look, I think that Sekiro should have an easy mode. I think that any of these games that comes out that have that's really hard and difficult, we should have an easy mode. And we didn't get a chance to talk about it. So I'm going to start off with you, Bloody, because you didn't come here. You weren't here last week. So what is your thoughts about that? Do you think the games that are hard like that, do they need an easy mode or what? What's your thoughts? Okay.
You want me first, right?
I said Bloody, but
oh, okay. So Bloody, you there?
He sleep.
I think he finally fell asleep. How long did he say he was?
No good.
That was a bad coat.
Coming through, am I chopping?
Okay. I was just saying. I can't.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
There you go, man. Boy,
I keep hearing everyone like robotics, so I don't know if it's me or what.
That's probably you. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh well, you know.
Anyway,
already going.
You botting.
Hang on, let me see what the hell's going on.
You probably need an update.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, check. Do an update.
Be back.
See, you know what? Everybody was talking about me doing an update last year, and now you guys are not following the procedure. I mean, Xbot went through 2 weeks of hell, not updating. So you know what? Hey, Mega's all on point with that.
Okay, I'm back. Is
that
better?
Yeah,
I think he's mad because he wearing a pinky ring.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Oh man, they over there hating on the pinky.
Anyway, nah.
It's a cocaine finger.
Is that cocaine?
Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff.
Oh man. Okay.
Anyways, what I was trying to say was, no, it does not need an easy mode, right? And the thing is, it's sad that people say that we need difficult or multiple difficulty options when that's not always the case. There are games that offer that, right? But that's because of how they're built, because of the fact that people don't realize that's not easy as, hey, you take more damage and deal less damage or anything like that. No, it does take a lot of planning, especially depending on how they're going to set up their systems to support item drop rates, enemy behaviors, enemy placement, all sorts of things like that. In a game specifically, like from software, like Sekiro and what we saw in the Dark Souls, all those enemies are pre-placed because of the fact that they waited to build the environment, know what enemies are going to put in that environment, and teach you to learn how to use the environment to your advantage, and also be saying, hey, don't trust the environment as you think, because just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they can't see you and they won't fuck your day up. The fact is, Sekiro and any of the From Software games have always been challenging. They're not meant to be for everyone. It is a game that is such a major time investment. If you're not willing to put in that work, if you're not willing to put in that time and dedication and practice and patience, you will not get anywhere in that game. The first game, the first Dark Souls, I put 200 hours into that game, have every achievement on my account. Second game, I have over 200 hours, still haven't beaten that one, and that's because of the fact that I'm playing the first Scholar of the First Sin, which includes all the DLC, and it's significantly longer than the first game was. Sekiro is doing the same thing, however, it's a little bit more streamlined, but it still punishes you like those games. You don't go back and look at a game like Contra or the original Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi or any of those games back from the arcade days that have an easy mode, right? No, it was one difficulty, and when you messed up, you messed up. You used all your quarters, Guess what? You have to go get some more, wait for the next week whenever your mom gives you your allowance, and you have to play the game at the same difficulty and learn not to suck. That's what these damn journalists need to do. Is either they need to be good or they need to let someone else do it. Asking for an easy mode is hand-holding. We ain't about that bullshit.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think that it's more so not... I mean, because the point I talked about, I was talking with a journalist. It was a dev on Twitter last week about this. He just, I made a comment about it, gave my thoughts about it, and he gave this point of saying, well, what if there's people out there that are handicapped and they want, because I made a scenario saying, look, I mean, not everybody has a CDL. There's a reason for that. Not everybody has a pilot license. I said there's just certain things where people, there are certain things that crafts and skills that other people can do that others that could do it, but may not be hungry enough to go and pursue those things. So why is it that you have to have an easy mode to just satisfy, your palate? And so then that's when he came back and says, well, what about with people that are handicapped and they need and they basically want to drive a sports car or something like that, or they just want to learn how to drive themselves? Is that something wrong with it? So I mean, what do you think about that point that he made to me? Because I thought it was kind of crazy, but I got it a little bit, but then I was like,
It's still not any point. Yes, I can understand certain games. Again, it's depending on the vision for that game. These games were not meant to have any sort of easy mode. If there are people who are handicapped or anything like that, we've seen accessibility being built in the hardware, because the fact that we don't know how they're handicapped. They could be, it could be anything for mental, it could be anything for physical, it could be any sort of other issues, right? But even still, by sometimes treating them like they have to do it on an easy mode and not let them learn it any other way is not always going to be useful to them. Yes, it lets them experience it, but it's not going to be the same experience as everyone else. Everyone wants to have their own experience, right? And these games have literally one set difficulty for one experience, but how you use that experience is going to be up to you. And when you look at what technology is doing, right, there are very little barriers outside of anything that is mental, because that those are things that can't always be achieved. But we're seeing people do things that weren't possible before because of the fact of how unaccessible gaming was, especially on the hardware side of things. Look at what we saw with the adaptive controller, right? We're seeing a lot more access into those, and there are people who are going out and being able to use that. Even people who don't need them, and people who are able to use them are using them in great ways and able to play games that they never thought they could. Hell, if that was the issue, you wouldn't be seeing people beating like Destiny raids using bananas or fucking rock band drums. Right? I find that excuse to be a little bit of hand-holding bullshit and just trying to say, hey, we're making it inclusive by doing it. No, you're not. You're just trying to make it for someone to have that say, hey, I did it. No, you didn't do it. It's not. This is a game, just like the old days, that was literally about struggling and achievement. Now, I'm not trying to put those people down who want to play it and can't. That's not the case. But it shouldn't be forced on the devs after that wasn't their intentional vision or thought for the game. Like I said, if you look at what From Software's done, they don't handhold in these games. The tutorial literally will punish you, but it will show you in the lightest way. It's like, hey, this is the controls. This is what you need to do. Learn it. And after that, it's on you. That's how they've always done it. Why was there no complaint about this when Dark Souls 1 came around? Why was there no complaint about this when Demon Souls came out? Why not Bloodborne? Why not Dark Souls 2? Why not Dark Souls 3? Why is Sekiro have to be the one that says, hey, we need an easy mode? No, you don't. Literally, this game punishes you more because of the fact that you have to depend on parrying. Before, parrying was optional. This one, no. You need to learn how to deflect parry and not be so goddamn aggressive and just Drake sword the whole damn game.
I agree. Six Slayer in the building. He said, journalist now sucks. Get good at doing your job. Hey, what do you think about that, 100? I mean, what is your whole thoughts about all of this with the easy mode? Would you like an easy mode to be on Dark Souls and these and Sekiro and all these other games like that?
I don't play Dark Souls. I got too much time in my life. It's going away day by day.
I've been breezing through it. I mean, I've only got stuck in a few areas, but I've been getting through it.
But some people like it. But you know what? Their excuse is, I don't have time. It's your job to make time. You probably got a copy before all of us got a copy. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't nothing but some talking shit YouTubers. Do your job. You know, so you don't need no easy mode. That mean, are you a gamer? So why should I tell anybody? This guy is from Forbes. I don't go to Forbes go look for no gaming reviews. They just doing that for clicks. I go to Forbes to go find out what's my fortune. I'm gonna get in my Fortune 500 or my 401k or something. I ain't going to Forbes for no video games reviews. So he needed an easy button. I'd have been like, you don't game. You're not a gamer. You're a cat. We call you a casual. Casual with a big ass C.
That's what you call a filthy casual at that point.
So you let him do himself, and I saw a little outrage from it, but I was like, he's from Forbes. He ain't known as no game person. They probably hired Joe Smoke, and he used to play Nintendo, and they hired him as a certain. So man, it ain't no big thing.
All right. Okay, what about you, Triple Cup Chuck? What do you think? Have you played any of these Soul games, or are you interested in playing Sekiro? Do you think that these games should have an extra easy mode or something for people that may not really like those games and maybe stay away from them because they are so difficult?
Nah, I mean, with me personally, I could kind of understand it one way, but then I could kind of understand it like a different way. As in, all right, they want an easy mode so they could probably run through the game so they can hurry and put their reviews out. Now they might be saying they want to do it for the like how Bloody was saying, we're on for the handicap, but the whole purpose of with the handicap, they want to feel normal. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing overall. And that's kind of that's an easy mode is more of a handicap. But for me personally, I'm not no big Dark Souls fan. I never really cared for the vibe that the game put out. But you know what I'm saying? I know they got people that like it. You know, I like Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that games when they was back in the days when it's hard. Even matter of fact, this generation, Cuphead was hard. Not like when it was raw when it first came out, when you really had to struggle to get through the game. You actually feel like you did something and achieved something. But when they do stuff like that, that means they're just looking for an escape route, or like you say, I forgot on the dev that was playing the Cuphead when he couldn't get past the tutorial.
I think that was from IGN.
Right. But see, I think it's like all of them, they just want a little quick escape route so they can, like you say, with clickbait and just hurry up and put out a story because that's their job. They don't have no passion for it. That's why they want an easy mode, because it's when you playing games when it's hard and it's difficult like that, you got to have an actual gaming passion, and you got to really enjoy gaming. And don't nobody that's a gamer want to play a game that's too easy where you would just walk through a game. That's one of our biggest complaints. We don't want to sit there and watch just cutscenes where people complain about Quantum Break, even though it was a good game, but people complain about the old cutscenes and it holds your hand through the whole game. But you know what I'm saying? People complained about that, but now they want to say this game's too hard. But the thing about it is the journalists that's doing it all around the board, when they want stuff like that, it's because they not gamers. Period.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's kind of been the theme, is like, get good, and these people aren't real gamers or just pretty much casuals.
Yeah, right, that's why they're not going to get good, because they don't have a passion for it. They don't design, like you, K-Mega. Put you on a 2-hour, 400 lab course for 200 achievement. I bet you get it.
Oh, yeah, I'll be on it. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Right, because you had a passion, you love Forza. So trust me, if I want to see what on Forza, if you say it's good or you say it's bad, I'll come to your opinion before I listen to them. Because easy mode, come on, man.
Okay, all right. So let's go on to you, Cyrus Operations. What is your thoughts about this, man? Should there be an easy mode?
For Sekiro, no, I don't think there should be easy mode, mainly because it doesn't really need one. Now, if they do add it, will take away from the game? No, I don't believe so. But like, as far as the narrative, it's a false narrative built upon a fabricated soapbox. For people preaching inclusivity and accessibility, and you know those people are frauds because like these two subjects, you do not hear them say it until they come across a game that's too hard for them that beats their ass. Like you will never hear them mention these things unless it affects them directly. So you know they're not really about that life. But as far as Sekiro, like I think the argument people made against this game saying it should have an easy mode, use like most exaggerating extreme examples, like saying you go to a building, right? There's like no disability ramp for people to get access to the building. Can you argue the same thing about Sekiro? I'm like, for one, that's a safety hazard and concerns for someone's life. This is a video game. This is an optional hobby. You don't have to participate in it. It's good. Some games have accessibility options. Good. It's great because you don't see these. There's like a colorblind object you can talk and whatnot, so people can play the games. Stuff like that is good. But at the end of the day, like this, video games it's an optional hobby they can partake in. No one's forcing you to do it. It's your job at that point, so you have to do it. If you don't want to, you can find a different career, a different job. So, like, if you want to preach about easy mode for a game, you're probably in the wrong line of hobby or in the wrong line of business. If it's bothering you that much, you have to go on the internet and make a campaign about it. But yeah, these people, like, they're really not about that life. It's a hard game, but you gotta learn it. Like Bloody said, they'll give you tutorials to what to do, and after that, you gotta learn the skills. You have to know what to do with it.
My bad. Sorry.
So these people, yeah, you could. So these people, they're just bitching because they're not about that life. They can't beat the game. It's too hard for them.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I mean, it looks to me, I don't know, man. 108, I'm looking at it from a perspective of just like, what is it that these guys, because somebody said this in the chat, and they said basically they're just doing this to get a job, to maybe look like it's for a stepping stone for something else. And because I guess this kind of basically gives you a status of being a journalist, and maybe they want to just step through this and then get to the next phase. What is your thoughts of that? Do you think that part is true? Or also, do you think that there should be a mode, and if they have this mode available, would you think it would be all right for them not to have any achievements?
Let me first of all,
trophies.
Journalists don't label you as not being a gamer. That's your occupation, right? But when you see these guys whining about gameplay and making it easy, let me tell you something. Playing games, the real gamers want a challenge. Nobody want to spend $65 and beat the game in 5 minutes on easy. And I do think you shouldn't get no achievements on easy. But From Software, everybody knows what they bring to the table in terms of the style of game they play. So when you pick up this type of game and you know their history, you already know where they're coming with it from. So you can't complain that the game is hard. You can't say it needs an easy mode. How about you take a step back and go play Tetris or something with your character? Because that's just what it is. I'm tired of this generation, period, of the whining in every game, the complaining in forums. It's just like it's not a journalist thing. It's this generation's thing. Now, another thing that kills me, who goes to force for video game reviews?
I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't in a long time.
Anyone even really use Forbes anymore? Anyways,
but no, yeah, for financial stuff. But we talking about gaming. Forbes ain't known for no damn gaming. They just trying to get somebody in there to do some reviews to earn a buck because they ain't been doing gaming. They could talk about Microsoft making money, Sony making money, and all this other stuff. But them doing a article on a game, as in gameplay, since when? I blame the gaming community. Why y'all even over there reading this nonsense? You know he's a novice. It just, I don't know, man. It's just sometimes some things need to be not explained because, like I said, no real gamer is gonna say, "Yeah, I'm going to Forbes today and I'm gonna see what they think about Crackdown 3." Nobody's doing that. Not the gamers. So they're kind of blowing
this. The real gamers, anyways.
Right? They're blowing this. It's a little bit overhyped and blown out of proportion because dude really doesn't even matter in the gaming community. Nobody knows this guy. Not for gaming.
Apparently, Millennia in the chat said that the dude, I think his name was Dave, who made the article, apparently made the same type of article for Dark Souls 3 too, which is even worse because it's just like, yo, that's the third game of the damn trilogy. You're a little bit late at that point, bro.
Right. But, like I said, man, I think all the wine in this generation, just in general, about, what happened to the days we was playing Contra or Ghouls and Ghosts and we couldn't beat that final guy or get to that level. We learned how to play, beat the games, and kept it pushing. And then you feel like you accomplished something. Now, I don't want to say anything about anybody who's handicapped because if that's the situation, then, of course, they need an easy mode. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about gaming. That is not the subject. We're not gonna default to that. Like, what about handicapped people? That's not this dude is not handicapped. We're not talking about helping out a handicapped person who may not have the ability to achieve what they want in a game because of their medical status. We're talking about gaming. And
to a degree, the Xbox Adaptive Controller does mitigate that barrier to entry at this point. But of course, that's quite a different topic at hand, though.
Right. So we're not going to just jump to, what about handicapped people? No, I don't want to hear that because that ain't what we talking about. It's just a bunch of excuses. If you ain't built for a game, if you ain't built for Cuphead, don't play Cuphead. Facts.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's why
I don't know what to tell you.
When you mentioned Contra, that's what I was saying earlier, is that back in the day, it was what you had in the arcade machine. It was all pre-built. They didn't offer those different things. You used whatever you got. You had to learn the game and get better at it.
That's right.
You had to do that over time. Why was that not a thing back then? Or why is the fact that, hey, now games are saying, hey, you know what, let's literally, if anyone's paid any attention to the director from Software, he said that he wants games to go back to those old days, to be able to have those hard built-in modes that you have to learn patience. You have to learn the game to be good at the game, not just because of the fact that it has an easy mode.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. The whole generation of 360, my game was beating the game on every difficulty, every hardest difficulty, no matter what the game was. That's what I was doing all last generation because I want the challenge. I want to feel that I accomplished something. It gives you a bigger feat when you're being challenged by a game that you enjoy compared to putting it on easy for $65 and you run through the game in 15 minutes.
That's a great point.
You mean like a certain game, what was it? In order something. It's some number after the order. I can't remember it.
We're not going to get messy.
There you go. Anyway. Yeah. So what's up, XBot448? We'll sit there and we see Melina Williams in the building. Christopher Hart, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us. Yeah, and then of course, our Donald Trump is in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Vodka. You know me, I'm always butchering his name. Just call him Vodka. Anyway, regardless of that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm that tier 4 in division. I'll let your boy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on like. What level is that? 19? I mean 19.
You still on level 19?
I ain't beat the game yet, so
bro, don't let that happen. You know the biggest secret around that K-Mega don't play games. Don't let that happen, man. Don't be that guy. Don't let K-Mega be out there doing that.
I'm guessing the way they always talk about it. The way they always talk about it.
Don't.
I'll be tier 5. I'll be tier 5 by the end of the night. I'm right there on the cut.
So y'all, it's
I'm right there. I'm at what? I think Flip is there. I think Flip should be there by now. I didn't play it last night, so I think Flip is almost there. I'm at 4. I think I'm at 4. My gear score is like 480 something. So I just need to just give me a couple of erotic.
That's me. I'm
levels and tiers. Take those skills to the dark zone and get your multiplayer on. Stop crying.
We go to the dark zone. Why don't you pick up the sticks and why don't you play something before you come open your mouth? You over here opening your mouth.
You ain't even beat the game.
Why is he? Yeah, he ain't even started the game. How's he gonna talk?
Because y'all don't want to help me. It's a team-based game.
We gonna help you, but
don't worry. We're gonna do some CDs. I'm gonna blow your shit out of the water come April 30th. How about that?
You gotta stop playing old ass games. Like, I mean, old games is cool, but NBA 2K18 ain't cool, bro. When you got 19.
Damn. Why are you trying to insult me right now? I'm playing it right now.
I heard word on the street is the only reason why Lemon playing NBA 2K18 is because you don't like the way the Lakers play.
Real quick, I
can't believe these guys. They got LeBron out here looking terrible.
Hold on. Pay the bills. I mean,
shout out. That's what I was trying to say. Shout out to Rain G4 for that $5 super chat. And he was saying, in his opinion, if you play certain games on easy, you shouldn't get the real end of the game unless you play it on normal or on higher difficulty.
I just was saying that. That's what I was saying. If you have an easy mode, then they should punish you to where you do not get any achievements on
punish.
No, that is a punishment. Look, as much as
but Mega, what you call it has a mode on Master Chief Collection, and it wants you to play through the campaign all on easy for like I think it's an 80 to 100 gamer score. So I can see it that way, but most people don't play Halo on easy. Most people play it normal and go to heroic and all that. But I saw that, how you just leave your controller dormant, and it was like, hey, play on easy, and it was showing me there was a diamond for it.
Well,
it's a hidden achievement.
Okay, well then look at it like this.
I mean, I played a couple of games on easy, maybe not to start, but like Horizon Zero Dawn, I started on normal. I got past a certain part in the story, and then I realized it wasn't over, and I was just mad. I said, no, I'm done. Put the junk on easy. I'm gonna just go breeze through the rest of this, man. Fuck this game. This shit is dog shit.
Damn, come on, man.
I'm not paying nothing. All the goddamn money I spend.
Listen, I am just being honest, man. I just didn't feel like spending no more time on it, man. I look, I was done. I got what I only paid $5 for that game. Shoot, I'm done. I'm done. It's over.
Oh, okay. I get you. I get that on that. I mean, I personally like Horizon Zero Dawn. I think it's I think it's a dope game. I didn't say
it's a bad game. For me, my cup of tea is just
a beautiful game too.
The beginning is interesting. Like it draws you in, and it gets to that first 2/3 of the game. You're like, oh, okay, I can rock with this. And then that story, you feel like, oh, okay, it's over. And then it's like this long dragged out portion at the end. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy? I gotta meet a king.
It was pretty funny because I seen Infamous. She posted that she was playing the final boss, and she said herself, she's like, damn, I finally beat this damn game. Like, she was at the point to like, come on, like the game was maybe a little bit over what it is. I haven't beat the game yet, but I am gonna go in and get.
Wait, hold up! You telling me you like the game? You ain't okay? Mega, I liked it too to the last. You don't
have to beat something like it to say I like it. I didn't try to go ahead and break down different sectors of the game. I put in about like 12 hours in the game. So I mean, I know that I like it. It may play 12 hours.
I'm not saying the game is bad. All I'm saying is the end of the game. Like if it had ended where I thought it was over, I'd have been like, oh, okay, this was actually a decent game. But it's that it lingered off long. That's for the same reason that some people didn't like Red Dead. They said Red Dead took too long, right? For me, it was cool because of what I wanted from the game, and for others, for Horizon Zero Dawn, they wanted more of whatever came after that first 2/3. But for me, I just felt it should have ended after the first 2/3 when she found out pretty much everything that was going on, and just I didn't need all that extra bullshit where I just kill people just for the hell of it at the end.
Well, I mean,
so overstayed is welcome at the end. That's what it was.
You said who?
It overstayed is welcome at the end. It dragged on too long. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, it tells me at the end what I already knew in the middle, or not a little bit past the middle. It's like you just reiterated it. I was like, I know this already. Like, I thought I was learning something new. Man, it's some bullshit.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go to you live and ask you about the whole easy thing. What is your stance on this? I mean, do you feel that there should be games that have an easy mode, especially the games that's from the Dark Souls realm in Sekiro?
Sekiro.
Thank you. Let me be country.
You know what? I say yes and no.
You can't have both live. You got to give this one or the other. Don't do that.
All right. So I mean, I say yes. But you have to, with that, maybe it locks. Like, all right, say in the full game, you got the full game, you can get all the little perks, you can change your characters, costumes, all that, blah, blah, blah. Say if you play it on easy, you just get the worst cosmetics, and you only can use that cosmetic through the whole game. Because it's easy anyway, so you're probably going to beat the game before you really even realize that you only been wearing the same thing the whole time. So I'm just saying it has to be something like that, similar to like when they made you wear an eye patch when you were if you pirated certain games on Xbox games or whatnot. So
they've done that in other games. Like they would make fun of you in Metal Gear Solid, right? If you failed the mission too many times and they let you say, hey, you want to switch to an easier difficulty, they gave you the chicken hat. So you'd be forced to wear a chicken hat on your head. No one would detect you and you could run around openly, but it's just a way of making fun of you, saying, hey, you suck, and everyone knows you're a chicken.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean,
I love the chicken hat though. It was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
No doubt.
But you know what? I think the best approach would be
a chicken hat.
I would say it would be. Damn, you know what? Because I was thinking it would be Cuphead, but the problem with the way that Cuphead does it is you really don't finish the game. So a lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot, but maybe a couple of people, instead of doing the easy mode, they just say fuck it all together. Well, the normal mode's too hard, and easy, I'm not gonna finish the game, so fuck it, I'll just watch it on YouTube and call it a day. Like that's the only risk you run, and people won't even attempt to try to beat the game because they figure, well, what's the point? If I beat on easy, I'm not even getting the full story. So why even do that?
But what's the point of even buying a game? I'm like Lemon with this. Why is the purpose of even buying the game if you have to cater to an easy mode to get through it?
Because you know what it is, K Mega?
What is it?
A lot of people.
Hey, real quick, we got another. Go ahead.
Ruben Berg.
Yeah, Ruben Berg from the $5 super chat saying, always start on hard. Sekiro's fun. Who spends money for easy? Bump those Mitches called journalists at Cyrus. Let those niggas know. Hashtag Xbox Yeet.
Listen.
He got away with all that. Hey, man, I got to give you credit for that, bro. That was nice. Yeah.
Listen.
He snuck that one in.
He snuck that in Migas. That's new, bro. I dig it.
If I say
don't put that in the block words either. Leave it.
Yeah, Migas.
Leave it. I like that.
Let those Migas know.
I know, like winning an event that happened last time. Now.
Hey, I said Migas. That's food.
You're throwing the line now. You're throwing the Neo right now.
That sounds like there's about to be a line stepper here. Don't be that habitual line stepper.
All right, man.
Hey.
Go ahead, live. Finish up, bro.
Yeah, so I say with the whole.
I'm innocent this time around.
Yeah, all right. I'm trying to get my train of thought back because you missed it. It was like easy. What were you saying again?
Oh man,
you went off on the whole Migas thing.
You know what? That's what I got to get. Is that I forgot I got to get the Steam Deck, man, because I got to get cocaine's a hell of a drug. I got to get on here.
Yeah. So anyway,
cold-blooded. Go ahead.
Okay, I remember. All right. So anyway,
damn, I remember like my grandmother.
I understand why Cassie wanted to be easy. It's because K Mega not everybody. There's way more casuals in gaming than there ever have been.
That part is true.
Not everybody is willing to, just dig their nails in and play a game. And to be honest, that's kind of the reason why I haven't touched Sekiro. For the simple fact that I know how I am with, and if I'm losing, I'm gonna play that game until I beat it, and then instead of just walking away, and I just can't. I ain't got the time to do that shit. I need to play stuff where I want, and then I can put it down and keep it moving. I can't play something where I'm on one level for like 3 hours. I can't do it, man. I ain't got the time.
Cause you babysitting. Facts.
Well,
Lil Ivanka needs attention.
Get over here.
It's too hard, and I ain't got enough time to do it. Like if I was single, sure, but I barely have enough time now. My wife complains about the time that I give anyway, so
yeah,
I ain't got enough, man. I ain't got enough.
Melania says it's time for family time, so you got to do it. Sorry, Dom.
Yeah, like those games, I can't. I don't,
Yeah, that's why I don't finish games like The Witcher and.
Blasphemous! Blasphemous!
Big.
Don't you ever?
No, that is. But games like The Witcher and Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins, them games is long as hell, man.
Let me tell you this.
I don't have enough hours in a day.
I don't either. But I'm look, man. I'm gonna beat Origins. I mean Odyssey before, because I already beat Origins. But I'm gonna beat Odyssey before Mortal Kombat comes, because that's gonna be my main focus for any there. So anybody wants that fade, come and see.
I better started that game, bro.
Bruh, that
I
game.
thought the little map that I was on in the beginning was the main map until I opened up the map for real. I was like, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, man. It was funny because my old lady. She was watching. She's like, "You've been really playing this game quite a bit," and I was like, "Yeah, man. I'm trying to get through it. I mean,
yeah, honestly, it's gonna be my Witcher, man. I'm not gonna beat it till the next year.
It's bigger than the Witcher. That's how big this game. This game is bigger than the Witcher.
That deterred me even more.
Yeah, but it's good. Look, I will say this, right? Because I didn't play it. I didn't play it when it first came out. I had it, but I didn't play it. I was working on other backlog, but. When people were saying that this should have been a nominee for Game of the Year, it definitely should. It's a well-made game. It's dope. It takes elements from some dope games from Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor. Takes elements from The Witcher. Has this Assassin's Creed-ish stuff to it, but it's really good. Like I really do enjoy. Once I now figured out the combat and everything, I really do like all the added features that they have to it. But anyway, it's a solid game. It's very, very good. Very, very good. I still like the story of Origins better, but as an overall game, Odyssey is a much better game. But that son of a bitch is big. Bruh, I'm like 75% of everything. I've been on 75% of everything that's on the map. I'm almost getting everything.
And Mega think too. That's not that one. That there's so much more to explore. That's why you had to ship more often in this one. And not to mention that how many damn side missions there are. Like all the legendary hunts that you have to do for all the mythical creatures, right?
I've killed 4 of them. I've killed 4 of them. Yeah, I'm on the hunt for them now. I need one more. I need one more because I'm almost a level.
What are you doing there? That's DLC or that's a regular game?
That's regular game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's not even including the expansion.
Yeah, no.
Look, I ain't even get past the first.
The Blind King. I just beat the Blind. Well, did the Blind King. Anyway, I'm going. Are we going left? I'm sorry, but yeah.
No, you going left. You.
I know. I said I'm going left. My bad. Well, I should say we because live started with the.
That's my bad. I also perpetuated it.
That's right. Okay. That's what makes 3-hour podcasts. We can't do that. Not tonight.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I got things to do.
I got things to do too.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the thing though. But Odyssey is a fantastic game. It's really good. Story mode. I think that there should be some kind of if not story mode, but if you got a game that's going to be on easy, then look, it should be some kind of penalty. Unless you played the game and beat the game on normal mode, normal or higher, and then you decide to go and play the easy mode. Then they can unlock whatever that they want to lock. Get an achievement off of that. But just jumping in and playing those type of games. Now I'm not talking about every game, but those type of hard level games. If they decided that they wanted to do it, then it should be some kind of penalty where you don't get no achievements or trophies whatsoever. Let the game experience.
I got a question for everybody.
What about take out the
if Cuphead was easy, would anybody have played it that long? No.
I think a lot of people would have played Cuphead. I think a lot of people would have already beat it by now.
No. I'm talking about would they have continued to play that game if it was easy? No.
Would you be seeing people
no. It had longevity because people couldn't beat it.
No, I disagree with that, Lemon. I disagree with that. I think there have been a lot more people beat the game.
I wouldn't say easy. I would say if it was a more normal, yeah.
Because it's hard. It's just some places that's just
hard.
It's a beautiful game. Now
I love Cuphead.
Now
what is Ori and the Blind Forest? That game is hard.
Oh shit.
My whole thing is what they could have done with Cuphead is give you like say if they wanted to make it normal, but if you beat it on beat most of the game or majority of the game on hard, right? You would get some extra level where you get to also beat that on hard. To see that, to me, that would be cool because it's like, oh damn, you get this extra chick for just completing the hard campaign or whatever.
But you do. What about achievements for beating it on hard?
Well, that's basically what they already have. But I'm saying on normal, like you don't really finish the game. Like I think you finish at the dice. I don't even think you see the devil when you beat it on easy. I think it finishes at the dice guy, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know.
Hey, what about take out some of the enemies? Like you could, if you play.
Oh, you mean like the what are those things called? When you're not actually fighting bosses, it's like the
mini bosses.
It's like the little Mario shit. You're doing that platform section.
The little mini bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess they are mini bosses because they have little bosses at the end of them.
No, I will say this though. I mean, I don't want to play the game on easy just to say that I beat it. I want to beat the game just to beat it on the difficulty that it is. Now, if they had like an ultra hard mode, I'm not playing Cuphead on ultra hard mode. There's just no way. No, it's hard enough. Like that,
I would do it.
I mean, I would attempt it just for like a stream or something because they have the co-op, but that's it. I mean, that's just what it is. That's like
Cuphead is hard on easy.
I know. I don't know. I never played it on easy. I just played on normal. But
because what it is,
and I'm
they
over
don't
halfway
really
done with it. But
on easy, they don't change the challenge of the game. They just change how many phases there are. Because you just don't have as many phases. The way it plays is still the same.
Right. It's just the phases of the bosses.
The phases are different. That's what it is.
Right. And yeah, they came at you. Yeah. Like I do love the game. The game is great. It's just very time consuming. And then that's the thing with games like that though, to me, is that's why I haven't got Sekiro. And it's because of the fact, or what did I say it right this time, Knuckles?
Yeah, Sekiro.
Okay, Sekiro. Yeah. It's because I know me, and I'll play that game, and I'll play it, and I don't mind dying a million times. That's fine. That's the whole point of it, right? But it get to a point to where it'd be obsessive, and then I lose out on other games that I know that I can play and I can beat, or I can further enjoy, because it'll just come to a point to where it's like a determination, and that's cool, but it's not worth me paying $60 for. I'm sure waiting for that.
$20, right? $20.
If the game dropped down to 30, drop down to 30, I copy it. But
what you're saying is a fact. But we grew up in the era where we used to go to the arcades, play these games, had that one quarter, or have $1 in quarters, and when you get defeated, man, you was like, listen, I got 3 more quarters left. I'm gonna have to step my game up. We really couldn't play like that. You had to get good, or you wasted that $1's up. Take your ass home.
Remember the Neo Geo machines? Remember they had the different difficulties. You might go to this. You might go to this spot. It was on level 4. You might go to another spot. It's on level 10.
Yep, that's right. That's another good point. 100. Great point. Facts. And that made us better gamers. We brought these systems home. We was like, shit, no more quarters.
yeah. So right. I totally get it, man. Like I remember when I played at the arcade, it was the X-Men game, the X-Men 4-player game.
Oh, and
playing it by yourself is hard as hell. I remember playing that in the Turtles game at the arcade. And
Turtles and Tom.
The Turtles are fun as shit.
But I went in there. I had about $10 in quarters, man, or tokens. And I went in there and I just went in on both games. Well, not at the same time, but and just went in and played, and I'm like, look, man, I'm almost out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to focus, and I got through. But it's just the thing to me is like, it's the challenge of it is great. That's why I love fighters. To me, all this bullshit about like a game having cheap mechanics and stuff and all that just to make it tough, that's why I don't like about it. Like, I love Ninja Gaiden because Ninja Gaiden, you got the speed and the agility to fight your enemy. Your enemy just has the same type of agility and speed as you, and they're just more of them. You just got to use your skill. I love Ninja Gaiden. That difficulty is perfect for me, even though it's frustrating, but it's great. With these games now, and the one thing I can say about this Sekiro game is that it looks like it's on that same wavelength of Ninja Gaiden, where you got the maneuverability, the skill. Because when I was watching Kid Smooth play it, I was like, what's going on? Like, he's getting grabbed and he's trying to move out the way. Oh, this plays like Dark Souls, and Dark Souls is completely out of the question for me. But anyway, I'm all for it. Let people play the games that they enjoy. It may not be my cup of tea. It may not be your cup of tea, but do not change what makes that game defining for those gamers.
They should put watermarks. If you beat the game on easy and somebody check out your achievement, it should be a big ass watermark that says "beat on easy."
Humble, yes.
And dudes won't go back to that.
Yeah, they won't brag about that shit. Yeah, I think that would be great. Yeah, start letting them have it. But anyway,
yeah, watermark it.
Yeah. Yeah, my whole thing is with Sekiro is the one thing that makes it interesting to me is the art style and like the gameplay they do have, which will have me like, that's the one thing I'll be like, man, I might cave in when it hits like $20.
That game is fire. Go get it. But play yourself.
Hey man, it's got to hit $20, dog. I'm talking about my time. But like Cuphead and the difference between me wanting to get Cuphead day one versus me completely just avoiding Dark Souls altogether is I don't like the art style for Dark Souls. I don't like that gothic, gloomy shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. Shit is whack to me. Like, I look at it, I'm like, that Bloodborne.
I'm not a Dark Souls player.
And it's not that the gameplay is bad.
Big shout out to Luca. What's up, Jam?
And it's not that the game is bad. It's just that I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like when I played Darksiders, I'm looking at Darksiders. I said, fuck this game. I don't give a fuck about it. Like I own both of them because they gave it to us, but I'm like, I don't really fuck with this game. I'm big ass.
I got it on the game sharing, but I don't play it.
Same thing with what was that? Fallen? The Fallen that plays similar to. I mean, it's like an easier version.
Yeah,
it's a pretty game.
I like that game though.
The Fallen. It's a fun game too, but I don't know. I didn't play enough of the Falling to really.
But you know what? That's the thing, though. You gotta like now. If you like the golf shit, then playing those games, you probably be like, "Yo, this shit is fire." But if you ain't fucking with, like, that's how I felt about Cuphead. I was like, "Yo, this art style is crazy." Even though it was hard as hell and was kicking my ass, I still kept coming back because I enjoyed what I was playing. But if I'm not enjoying it and getting my ass kicked, fuck that game. I ain't doing that shit.
Oh, we got some important news. I'm sorry, guys. There was some important news. To all gamers out there, K-Mega's gameplay is running. Okay, anyway.
This guy.
I'm just saying.
Shameless plug.
And mine gonna be up there next week. For sure.
I think yeah.
Make sure, yeah. You guys will be there. Yeah, I appreciate it. Now, Chuck, we still gotta get those receipts to make sure that you actually really gave that and didn't dream about it. But if you did,
check your email.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna check the email. But Livewire 100, you know what I'm saying? Lemon. I mean, everybody brought the gameplay. Well, Bloody didn't but he had a legit reason. But everybody else did. So as long as we get everybody in here, remember, Xbot is listening to us. He says that they're going to destroy the GRG gameplay, guys. Man, they said that they're going to.
Why would he do that? You know what? I'm gonna put up Halo.
Ooh, messy. Let's do it anyway. All right, we move on to this topic long enough. But anyway, let's get on to it. But I knew I would definitely want to talk about it. We damn sure didn't have enough time last week to talk about it, but I just wanted to run through it. But let's get on to it. Let's get on to this little small topic right here. It is really not small because there's some games that's coming out, and I don't know if you guys been watching it or knew about a couple of these games that were being announced. But there was a couple of games. This Frostpunk. It's a RTS. It's very popular on the PC, and the game is coming out to the Xbox and to the PlayStation. Is anybody interested in that game?
I am.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your thoughts about it.
So basically, from what I gather, Frostpunk's like a survival strategy simulator. Pretty much, I wouldn't call it RTS per se because I don't think it does call it that. But it's like a strategy game.
Yeah, it's a strategy.
Yeah, I know it's weird. But yeah, it's a cool game. It's kind of like it reminds me of Civilization to a degree. But it doesn't play exactly the same as it as well. It's a neat little game. I need to do more research about it, but it seems like a pretty cool game. But what are your thoughts about it, Bloody?
Oh, I'm absolutely in the same boat. I like the way that they did the survival mechanics. It's very much a strategy game. I wouldn't say it's a mix of kind of like not RTS. It's kind of like a bit of what you'd expect from XCOM, but it does have that Civilization feel and the way that's set up. But I like the aesthetic and the world that they were building because it's steampunk, but in a world that was frozen over. So it's not the traditional steampunk that you're used to seeing. So the aesthetic, the aesthetic caught me, but the way that the game plays out, I love those style games. I'm always a sucker for strategy games, turn-based games, and all those because it makes me really think things out. And when you mess up or things are just against you, the game is going to punish you, and it's not always your fault. It's literally just how the game's set up, and I love that because the fact that it makes you want to do what you can to overcome it twice as hard because that's what makes a game like Darkest Dungeon so appealing, right? Those strategy games and even like XCOM on like Iron Man mode where if your dude dies, he's dead. That's it. No second chances. Those games just increase the difficulty and make every little thing that you do matter.
Okay, now let me just say this, right? What makes GRG great is the chat because the chat is always lit, right? But, you know what I'm saying? But Xbot 448 is being messy, and he's taking out his frustration on Lemetheus, and he's saying Lemon's going to play that soda drinker pro. Oh no!
You know what? You know what, Bot? You my guy, and I never come in your your podcast and get crazy. But I know what I am going to do. I'm going to invite you to Halo, and then I'm going to just punish your little ass. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do yourself a favor and teach you how to play some Halo.
Oh, my God.
And I ain't going to even talk to you because you know I'll get you like Scanish. Your head might pop.
Oh,
facts.
Man. I love it. Anyway, all right. I will say this. Yeah. I was in a group of, I was in a party with a lot of my Caucasian brothers and sisters in there. And, you know, I think there was another sprinkle of a brother in there. I think maybe Fred, maybe. I don't know. But regardless, Lemmy comes in there. And it was funny because we were all playing, I don't know what we were playing. It wasn't Halo. Or maybe we was playing Halo. I can't remember. And so Lemmy comes in there, he gets introduced, right? And so at that point, this is the first time that like X-Botted them or like Blades and all them, they got to know. And Lemon just comes in here like the parties that I'm in with 100 and Flip and you know what I'm saying? And all of us, because those chats are wild. And I have to give it up to Don, because Don be in the parties with us, with 100 and all of us, right? You know what I'm saying? But when Lemmy come in there, it got real quiet, because Lemmy comes in there and start with the Mega.
We're not doing that.
Nigga? Hey, where your niggas at? Oh, bruh. Like, I was embarrassed for myself. Like, what the hell is my boy doing? What's going on? These motherfuckers gonna get this motherfucking I'm like, Lemon. Like, this is a different type. Next thing you know, hey, them Caucasian brothers and sisters, leaving. They were uncomfortable as hell, bro. It was funny as hell, though. It was great. Now that they all know, man, it's all good. But boy, that first time, man, it was hilarious. Boy. I was like, man, yeah, boy. It was great. And then my man, G-Man.
Just me clowning.
I know. But they didn't know what the hell was going on. They just thought you was mad as hell the way you came here. Nigga, what's up, man? What you want this motherfucking work, man? Oh. What? What, bruh? Okay.
I mean, that's our personal private chat. We don't go online on our channels and talk like that.
I know that, but that was the thing, though. They were not used to that at all. You could tell they just started dropping like flies out of there. I was cracking up. Anyway, my man G-Man 1172, he was like, I dated a girl with one eye when I was 20. And she looked way better than the Cyclops that I'm fighting. Well, bruh, I would hope so. Because if you over there messing with a booger wolf like that, Lord have mercy. You better get your shit together, bruh. You might have to go to the land of mouthpieces so you can go find something better than that. Because if you got something looking like that, bruh. But yeah. But how you gonna date a girl with one eye? Not saying it's not bad or nothing, but you know.
I mean, Freddie got kids.
Cyclops.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, did you knock it off? I mean,
did you? Way off topic now, man. You talk about,
bro. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
he just responded to the chat.
I'm just responding to the chat. That shit was pretty funny. He said,
yeah, operations is right. That was a little different.
Did she have a patch? I mean, did you smash? I mean, was the pants off dance off? I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay.
Make it really pressing the question now.
Because I want to know, my man.
Get the journalism on. Leave him alone.
I'm working on my journalism skills right here. I'm trying to get the easy mode. Anyway.
Hey, that's true. Journalism.
Journalism 101, baby.
All right. So, okay, there's another game that's going to be coming out, and it's called
Close to the Sun.
What did you say?
Close to the sun.
Close to the sun. Yes, that's the other one. Yes, I don't know anything about this one. I didn't even.
I can read the article real quick. It's 2 paragraphs, real short.
Go ahead. Do that for me.
Yeah. So, grounded in alternative 19th century, where famed inventor and futurist Nikola Tesla was able to fulfill his potential and change the world forever, Close to the Sun sees players step aboard the Helios, a colossal vessel for scientific research steeped in horror and mystery. Grand halls stand empty. The stench of rotting flesh lingers in the air. Silence. A single word and painted across the entrance: quarantine. Using the raw power of the Unreal Engine 4 and embracing leading-edge technology to increase fidelity and quality within the game to deliver a breathtaking experience for players, Close to the Sun has already garnered considerable interest and praise from critics and loyal fans. Basically, Bioshock was steampunk.
I thought Infamous was in here. I
was like, Infamous,
I thought Infamous popped in here.
I'm dead.
I was like, oh. I was like, okay, anyway. All right.
No.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, bro, but did you make this game? Because you sounded just like you was.
No, like no cat. I read over like 2 times before I read it off to y'all.
Okay, you was real proper with it. You was real proper with it. Then we heard the bzzz.
Brian Baker said, "What the was that?"
I was like, "Is Infamous here?" Because that's her signal. That's a bad signal.
I thought that was Infamous, boy. I'm sorry, I gave her that nickname after that one. Oh man, special guest.
Welcome back, Infamous. All right.
Oh, she gonna kill me.
Delilah's gonna spread that news. Boy, my God. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about the game. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I saw a video about it as well. It's pretty much like, it gives like a Bioshock vibes off it as well. It's in like a steampunk era. Mm-hmm. That's basically what I got from it. The trailer was a little short, didn't show that much, but looks pretty interesting. Looks really interesting. Looks pretty cool. But I don't know, what do y'all think about it? I don't know if y'all seen it yet or not.
I didn't get a chance to see it. I seen the other two, but I thought I showed you guys the other game, Blame, earlier last week, sometime.
Oh, Bliss. It was
Bliss, not Blame. I don't know what I'm saying.
Bless Unleashed.
Yes, Blessed Unleashed.
I said Blessed. I keep saying Bliss. God dang.
Blessed Unleashed, the MMORPG from Bandai. I am looking forward to that.
Looks great.
I'm looking forward to that. Yes. And here's the thing. I liked Black Desert, all right? And here's where I'm going to be a little bit for the MMO fans out there. I was really happy.
Be careful what you speak before you piss off 100.
I really liked Black Desert, all right? It played very well. They did a great job of building it for the console. You know, it had a lot of what made Black Desert Online so interesting for a lot of PC players. However, what really kind of killed it for me is they're definitely updating it well and relatively quickly. The thing is, why did the game launch with the vanilla version that was 3 years ago on PC? Why didn't we get the full launch with everything that's up to date, or even a few updates behind? No, we got vanilla. And
Bloody, you know how deep that game is?
See, I told
Black
you
Desert.
you go.
I played Black Desert. I done put hours and hours and hours in Black Desert.
But it don't matter.
It don't matter.
No, because
we got we just got 2 new DLCs packs in the other day.
Let me tell you something right here. All right,
you know what?
Wait, no.
How many characters you got to level 50?
Shut your mouth and let me get a point out for a second.
Hold on, reel back.
He said, shut your mouth. You know he get more loving than you.
Let me.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring that to the podcast. Don't do that.
When I said, when Elder Scrolls Online took like a year and almost 2 years before it came out on consoles, when it launched on consoles, did it not include all the DLC that was on PC at that time? Yes, it did.
So, man, you ain't got to. Oh, man, you talk to a person. Hang on, you forgot who you talking to. I play MMO. Why are you so butthurt?
He told him a little bloody.
Why are you so butthurt? Because you didn't get everything that the PC got. They're bringing it on and on. You got a functional game that plays with a controller. You got a functional game that people are just playing. You're making beer, houses. You got another. It's a whole lot of other stuff to do. Plus, you got playing the Division. You got all these other games. I really don't care.
I warned you.
That 5 minutes. You talking about? Yeah, the game been out for 5 years. I got a life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go sit there.
It's been out for 3 years.
3, 5, 25, 35, 45, 50.
We got a super chat, so we got to pay the bills. And this from July.
No. I'm paying the bills. You be quiet. Go on timeout.
No.
Viva la Mexico.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get my man Vodka in here. You know what I'm saying? He could probably be in a live chat giving him the business. Give him the business, Vodka.
Vodka HD says, are you all confirmed for E3? Yes! We there. We in the building.
Well, let's do it individually.
Cars are rented. Let's go.
Let's do it individually. Let me go to Bloody Knuckles. Are you ready for E3?
Absolutely.
Are you confirmed?
Absolutely, I am. I got my everything set.
Okay, all right. Operations, are you confirmed for E3?
No. Can't do it this year, unfortunately.
Livewire, are you confirmed for E3?
Bro, you know I ain't going to E3.
I know. I'm just wanting to hear you say no. Anyway, no. We're going to have to get the whole crew to go. Anyway, Triple Cup, what about you, bro?
I'm still 50-50.
You say what?
I'm still 50-50. It's like I might go.
Bro, you got
you
less
better
than
buy
2
your
months.
tickets. You better buy your ticket. What you mean 50-50?
You got less than 2 months.
Should have been 50-50 back in November, December, January.
Hey, Chuck, tell them they weren't about to buy that shit themselves. Tell them to go buy your ticket.
Oh.
Yeah, that my man Chuck, he said he got, you know what I'm saying?
He said
got
he's
real
50-50.
live.
I'm just
Body ain't ready.
Why is he 50-50 when it's about to 2 months?
Yo, why you didn't yell at operations for saying no? Why? You know what? You seem a little biased tonight.
At least he said no.
I thought you was tired.
Go to sleep.
Your mouth ain't stopped yet. I thought you was
I
dying.
got that second win, baby. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you better have that second win for helping them kids.
See what you did? What you did, Delilah.
You better go help somebody else.
I gotta say that was a little messy because I'm asking other people that I should have.
Hey, Delilah says, trust me, you want to go to this one confirmed right after her trip. So, hey, Delilah says you gotta go, and she know that means you gotta go.
No more E3.
Oh, hot damn! Brian Baker, Delirium Braids. He said reparations. Hot damn, Brian, you are a fool, bro. Delirium's a damn fool.
Oh man! Oh
anyway,
my god!
All right. Okay, so let me go. 100. Are you confirmed for E3?
Yep, it's already locked and loaded.
All right,
ready to go.
108.
I live out here, so I ain't gotta go too far. But
right, yeah.
He could walk the E3.
No, I can't. Hell no, I'm that damn close.
He can't walk the E3. But anyway,
I get in that Uber.
108.
You already know what it is, baby. I've been booked since October. Let's go.
All right. Cool.
Get your energies up, suckers.
Okay, so
let's go.
My energy already
okay,
up.
Be there or be square.
The question is Delilah confirmed for E3?
Yes, that's the question.
So please let us know in the chat. Are you confirmed for E3?
QHD.
Because
she confirmed confirmed when she got back from her trip. I read that.
Yo, let her answer herself.
She said,
Get off that speed.
Okay.
Yo,
okay.
You gonna crash tomorrow. You watch.
All right. Okay. She just okay. I see it
He gonna
right
see the
there.
Lord tomorrow.
Okay.
She said it right there.
All right,
She's locked.
Everybody's not looking at the chat either.
baby.
All right, but hold on. Okay, she just said right here. She said, "Trust me, you want to go to this confirmed right after my trip." So, okay, finally, Delilah is going to be there. Okay, yes, she said already. Yes, I'm locked. Look,
hey, they ain't got no PlayStation conference.
Look. I know she can't say anything. I know she can't say anything. I know she can't say anything. But
man, you gonna have a heart attack.
But
you
about to fall out, man.
How much are you drinking, man?
I'm not drinking.
You need to get your ass a Valiant. What do you call it? Where they call that shit?
You mean a Valium?
I don't believe
Valiant, whatever, something.
Well, I'm definitely confirmed.
Hey, I ain't in the trap, man. That ain't my business.
I got my tickets, and now I'm, you know what I'm saying, everything is shored up, and so now I just got to pay for my hotel. That's it.
Oh, Zink, get out of here! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!
What did he say?
Zink said overrated. Sony won't be at E3.
Oh, messy. Okay, all right. Let's get
that's
back.
That's my man. Shout out to my man Zink.
Zink gonna be
that's
playing,
my man.
boy.
He about to get
coming through.
Zink gonna be playing, man. Anyway, so let's get to it, man. We've been wilding out.
Anyways, Bless Unleashed is going to be the best. It's going to be the best MMO coming out to Xbox because it's being built from the ground up first for Xbox, and it looks like it's going to play so much better. I know a lot of people who were playing it at PAX South. I didn't get to, unfortunately, and especially PAX East have been loving it. I can't wait for it to go live first on Xbox because of the fact that they are working with Microsoft to get that real good X enhancement patch. That's what has me excited. I like how they're doing the class system already and everything. So it's definitely to look forward. And of course, that's also going alongside the rumors that supposedly we're going to be getting Final Fantasy 14 online, which is the true best MMORPG out around right now.
World of Warcraft is the best, but okay.
Hey, man, you don't know the work that went into 14.
I don't.
Have you played for 14? Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
Did you play it before it was Realm Reborn?
You can say that with a lot of confidence. I don't know, man.
I did. I didn't really like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Realm Reborn, they completely had to overhaul the entire
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just didn't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that
DJ
and that's
said Bloody
understandable.
likes his waifu. Isn't that dude from Final Fantasy?
No, waifu? No, waifu is literally just a Japanese word for wife.
That's Waka. Yeah. Oh, that's Waka.
That's Waka.
That's Waka.
Waka's from Final Fantasy, yeah.
I know. I can't wait. That was my favorite Final Fantasy. I'm all in on that. That's going to be my next to my last game that I'm going to buy. That's after.
You can buy Sekiro.
Yeah, Sekiro.
That's Sekiro, whatever.
I'm not getting that game, man. I'm telling you, I will. If anybody else get that game for me,
Vodka said he's gonna go to E3.
You know what I'm saying? I'm komooching for the game. I have no problem of playing it out.
You know what I'm gonna do?
And if they get it,
I'm only helping you get one thing. I hope you get a Stream Deck. That's it. I'll give you half the money for a Stream Deck, you sucker.
Okay, cool.
Get the Stream Deck. I'm tired of no sound effects in here. Get the goddamn Stream Deck.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of low means, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sounding like Z on that one. I'm a man of very low means. You know what I'm saying? So
Vodka agrees that 14 is the best, and that WoW. And Sick even said WoW fell off, and 14 is king right now. But Vodka said that he's going to come to E3 and kick my shin.
WoW anymore? Yeah. So it seems like Dota and all them is taking over. But anyway.
Oh no, Dota is the talked about because it's the king of MOBAs right next to League, which are the online battle arenas. But like MMOs right now, 14 is literally running the pack.
You know what? I'm gonna do it, Delilah. Stay on topic. Let's go.
Yes, she's right. Let's stay on topic.
Let's go. Thank you, Delilah, for being my greatest inspirational speaker.
Facts.
Thank you.
Through spirit. Through damn spirit. Anyway, one thing I do want to say, I was going to say this, and I was going to say, hey, look, check this out, Delilah. I know you can't say anything, but I really do feel that the time has come, and that you might have to tell me, hey, Mega, you was right. That Killer Instinct is coming. I really do think it's coming. I really do think it's coming.
No, she just grinning. She ain't gonna say nothing.
That Killer Instinct, man. I see that Killer Instinct, man. You're gonna see me doing some grooving. I'll be on tape My fat ass
Look,
grooving.
if we hear anything from Playground,
Man, I see that.
The meatiest gameplay. Xbot, you want that work? Watch. Watch this work.
Make a scene falling out of his chair.
Oh, no, they said, now even Zink saying, do a Delilah, stay on topic.
Okay,
all right.
Right, good. Okay,
Look,
all right.
look at my man Snoop. He even cheering for me.
No. We want to be back on topic. The chat's telling us to get back on topic.
All right, let's get back on topic. Okay, so anyway, all right, yeah, I know. Wait, this is what puts us in the ringer. This is what puts us in the ringer. But we have so much fun and people listen to it. So, I mean, we've been doing it for what, 2 years now. So fuck it. Anyway, so let's get to it. We talked about all those 3 games. Is anybody else excited about it? I guess not. I mean, I am excited for the Namco Bandai game. That looks really good. That looks really good. Frost,
see that work?
Frostpunk. I don't know. But anyway, let's get on to the next topic, which is Shenmue 3. And I know all of us, every last one of us. And you know what? I'm gonna go to operations about this one first. But I know every last one of us is hyped. We have been ready for Shenmue 3. What about you? What you have to say about this coming out? They get a release date. It's coming out August 19th. Bruh. What do you think, operations? Are you day one buy?
Bro, I never get damn about this game. What you calling me for about this?
Don't do that.
Remember though, it's a console exclusive right now for PlayStation first.
That's nice. I still don't care.
No, I'm just letting Mega know because he was talking about that. I'm just making sure that everyone's aware that it's a console exclusive.
I knew that it was going to be coming to the PlayStation first, but or as allegedly that's going to come to the PlayStation first. We don't know yet, but regardless of the fact, it is what it is. I mean, they did the whole begging for money thing, so
and then still got that Sony money anyways.
So yeah, regardless. But anyway, what do you think, operations?
Yeah, I still don't care about this game. Never did. Never cared about the first 2. Don't care about the third. Well, the reason why this game resurfaced is because it was confirmed that a feature from the older games come back, which is like a forklift racing. Like forklift racing appeared as big in the first games.
Right.
And it's been confirmed to come back. I mean, for the fans, that's good for y'all. Me, I really don't care. Never cared about this game. It's never been on my radar. The graphics in the game look real sketch when they first showed it off. So I don't care.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Graphics God. What's up with you, Graphics God, man? Glad you could stop by. Yeah, man. The new logo, what you think? I know my little thing is a little bit all over the place a little bit. I'll have to tune that right back. But whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, got a lot of support. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me ask the chat. What do you think about the new avatar, man? I gave up the bear. The bear's in retirement. He's hibernating.
Hang on. Yeah. Christopher Hart said that he thought Sony had no money, according to most Xbox gamers. They didn't have money, right? They had to get several $1 million of funding from the fans for this game, only for them to say, yeah, we had a few investors that are going to put more in there. They got your money early to pay for that goddamn game and then still put money from investors. That wasn't Sony's money, all right? Man. They got shit. That's why they had to come to the fans for it.
Wow.
You know, when y'all get on GRG, y'all curse a lot.
I know. Y'all just filthy mouth. I mean, y'all get on everywhere else, man.
You and that damn live wire.
Man.
Y'all don't stop. Every second word.
No. They just filthy.
Wait, what?
Filthy toned.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. All right.
You can articulate yourself better than that. You're both educated. Let's go.
This is a PG-13 show now? That's what we're doing?
Okay.
We're all trying to sound like operations.
The way that you was reading that damn game, don't you dare do that. Anyway.
Oh, man. That was funny. I didn't see that. That was funny.
Yeah, and I didn't even start drinking heavily yet. Damn. Okay, anyway.
All right, well, he said family friendly from now on.
No, I didn't say family friendly. Don't do that.
No, let's keep it PG-13. Say frack.
Remember, and PG-13, you get one F word. You get one F word.
You didn't cuss it all today.
Nah, man.
What you don't know when you do it.
Lies.
Yeah, you definitely have a problem.
I know I have a problem.
No, not you.
Yeah,
live. We're going to put live in the program. Man. He said he didn't curse today.
He cussed when he woke up. He started banging. He started banging when he was eating his weed this morning. Oh, okay. Anyway, so regardless, All right, 100. Are you excited for Shenmue 3? I mean, they gave a release date. Is this something that's right up your alley, day one buy?
No, I don't buy people that e-bag. They had to get on stage and start e-bagging and shit. No,
Don't be
I don't care. I'm looking to play in Shenmue 2. I didn't finish Shenmue 2, so that's something on my back catalog. I don't care, man. Shenmue, whoopty-whoop. Who gives a frying?
This is our Japanese interpreter.
Thank you, Juan. If he could do it, we all could do it.
Listen, hold on, wait a minute. He's our Japanese interpreter. He's just making sure that we don't sound like we don't know what the hell we talking about when we say the name of
I don't know everything.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Shenmue, move. Like
Shenmue, triple OG, double OG. It's a video game. At the end of the day, we know what it is. People know what I'm talking about. You got people from the country, you got people from the city, all types. So we talk different. Some people say, you know what I'm saying, tomato. Some people say tomato.
Some people say
Lemon. When you trip from now on, you're supposed to say photon. That's what Vodka says.
Photon. Wow.
All right.
Okay, so all right. Well, going to you, Lemon. What are you excited for Shenmue 3? I mean, is it day one buy for you?
Well, I'm a Sega dude. I'm a big AM1 and 2 fan, and of course, man, I'm just mad that it's exclusive to Sony for the launch. But you know what? It doesn't even matter. That's why I own multiple consoles, because I'm never left behind. Facts. Cool. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
All right, I'm just gonna make this quick. Is anybody else Triple Cup and you know what I'm saying live? Anybody?
No.
Are you guys excited for this game?
Yes.
Hold on, bloody wait. Just see if anybody else.
Go.
Live wire gonna be like, I don't
live about to go way left. He's doing the evil grin. Go ahead, live. Go ahead.
I ain't never beat a Shenmue a day in my life, dog. I watched my brother play it.
Right.
And I was watching him move boxes with a forklift. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" He said, "I'm working." I said, "Working?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I gotta go to work. And then after this, I gotta go pay some bills." I said, "When the hell you fight niggas?" I said, in between working and paying bills and occasionally seeing my girlfriend. I said, "I can't do this shit. I can't. This ain't for me, man. It's a little bit too realistic. I need to actually be outside."
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for your thing. Okay, so Knuckles, you be the voice of reason. I mean, I know people in the chat. Please let us know if you are excited about Shenmue 3 coming out in August 19th. I mean, come on, Knuckles. Come on, set us straight.
All right, so I'm absolutely excited for Shenmue coming out because the fact that, remember, this is one of those games that not anyone thought was going to get a sequel. After Shenmue 2, back in the OG Xbox days and Dreamcast and PlayStation, all that time, no one thought we were ever going to find out the rest of the story the way that it left off, especially in 2. It was almost 15, I think it was about 11 years when they made the announcement at E3. It's been almost another 4 or 5 years since. It's glad that's finally coming out. It's been 15 years. Hopefully that the payout is worth it because of the fact that, one, Shenmue is what helped to really push the rise of open world games just before GTA kicked off with GTA 3. This is really one of those games that really kind of helped push that. It had a really intricate and well thought out detective story. You had the characters and how they played. Yes, you had the cheesy mini games, but that's always been in Sega games. That's always been in those.
Was also really good
the combat was really cool, but that's one of those things that's always existed in a lot of those Sega games. Look at if you really want to that has their own quirks, has all those mini games and stuff like that, and really good combat. Look at what Like a Dragon Studios or Ryuga Gotoku, the creators who do Yakuza. Very much open world, really good, combat, has that quirkiness, exactly what you expect out of Shenmue 3 or out of Shenmue. That's one of those things that I'm excited to see this game finally get the return that it's absolutely deserved. However, this article is stating, hey, the forklift races are coming back. Why is that news? We all had a feeling that it was going to be back. It's a part of the game. It was one of the most fun things to do in the game. It's literally one of those things that anyone who's played Shenmue would expect. You don't need to write an entire article saying, hey, guys, forklift race is coming back. Duh. It's in the game, right? We've known that it was going to be a part of the game. Why do you have to tell us that?
Can we also talk about how the fact the first half of that article was just them just riding off on Sony? my goodness, like we get it by now. They drop games everybody seemingly love and everybody play.
You don't realize they have to work the shaft.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah, it was pretty apparent that they were very Sony
milking
praise. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look, they are the darling of this generation. Nobody should be upset about that. If you're a real gamer, I look at it like this: is with all the doom and gloom that's been going around in regards with Xbox and things like that. Look, the one thing that I think any true gamer that doesn't get all hyped up behind the bullshit of console war talk and things like that is that Sony did a masterful job this generation of appealing to everybody. You know, even to some Xbox fans that may be diehard Xbox. There are games that PlayStation has that Xbox fans can sink their teeth into, and they can say that they liked. I mean, PlayStation did a fantastic job. Now, I feel honestly, deep down in my heart, that there are some Xbox games that PlayStation that some of the most diehard PlayStation fans like. But
I believe they wanted Cuphead. I mean, that's just me though.
They like. That's what I'm saying. There are some games that Xbox have that diehard PlayStations liked or wanted. But of course, the way that this whole thing has been going, they just won't admit it and say it. I mean, it's so regardless of that, I mean, this game going to PlayStation, it's never started off on PlayStation. Matter of fact, I don't think any of the Shenmues until just recently, the remasters.
With the remasters.
Yeah, remasters ever went to PlayStation. So of course PlayStation would want to spend the cash to get that game on their platform first or their console first. So it makes perfect sense. I mean, of course they did eBay, but look, it is what it is. It's there. PlayStation.
To be fair, we've seen that with a few games, or with quite a few things, to see the interest in that, and that kind of helped showed what kind of really encouraged the investors to kind of put that money. Is that, hey, look, there is still a strong, dedicated fan base for Shenmue. They want this game. They were willing to put this up. Put something else and help us get the game out.
I mean, let's be realistic here. Xbox has been having an image this gen where it's perceived that the Xbox gamer doesn't like Japanese games.
I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they said that.
We've seen with each of the games that have come over from PlayStation that were really big Japanese games were very heavily being some of the top selling games for several weeks. We saw Monster Hunter World for almost a month and a half, really raking in the top 10 of most sold games on Xbox, and it's still been up there for the top selling. It's not in the top 10, but it's still been up there. We saw Nier Automata really do well up there in the top sold games on Xbox for a long while too. Nier Automata had such a big appeal. Kingdom Hearts has done really well. We're seeing the Final Fantasies now that they've been coming out. A lot of people have been all over those. We're going to see next week. People are absolutely excited for Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. And then 2 weeks after that, we got Final Fantasy 12. So many of the classics are coming over. There is a community that wants Japanese games on Xbox. We're starting to see that the Japanese support's been coming. It's a slow process. It's a slow burn. Sometimes they're picking and choosing, which is why I have my issues with Bandai. Why I still have issues with Sega.
It shouldn't take as long. It should be their daily
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It shouldn't take this long. But we're starting to see because of the fact that we're starting to see just how dedicated that Phil Spencer and Xbox has been getting that Japanese support back. He's been you got to think of how many bridges were burned from Donnie D's era coming into this one, and how many years that would take to rebuild that kind of trust and friendship. We saw what Square Enix was willing to do when they released all these Final Fantasy games when they made that big announcement. We've seen Sega really starting to work with Xbox, and we know that Xbox has a strong relationship with Bandai. Yes, they're still going to pander to their Japanese audience and the PlayStation because that's where the bigger audience is. But we're seeing that come over. If we didn't, we wouldn't see the surveys coming from Sega and Atlas saying, hey, where do you guys want to see more games? And given the option for Switch or PC or Xbox, and if they want to see more DLC, if they want to see any other support, I was actively pushing those surveys because I did those surveys. I actually won one of those surveys and got compensated for my time because of the fact that I was doing that stuff. because I have to do my business as a Japanese enthusiast.
Right. Now, this is the thing here, though. I mean, look, I think that when I say the perception, it is on social media. I mean, when you hear a lot, like, I mean, look, we see Eric in the chat that says Xbox needs more Japanese games. Now, of course,
Agreed.
Eric is a troll. You know what I'm saying? No, he's a troll. I mean, there's tons of Japanese games. I just bought the Fatal Bullet game. It was $16, right? I keep saying that I'm only going to buy 2 more games and then I'm done until after the E3, but they got the spring sale. I'm like, damn, I've been wanting to play the game, but I wasn't going to play $16 for it. And now it's $16. I'm like, okay, I copped it. So I can't wait to play it. But there has been a ton of Japanese games that have came over from when just 2 years ago when it was dry as hell, and I was over here spending like $100 for One Piece.
And then for an import,
So I you know, it's just, so they have increased it, and of course getting the Final Fantasies is huge. It's just like the same thing with Shenmue being over on the PlayStation. It's huge for Xbox to have Final Fantasy on their console for pretty much the second time after you see Final Fantasy 15 coming over. So it's great. Like I had to get Final Fantasy 7 just on GP. I just copped it, didn't even care. I haven't even started it yet. I mean, I beat it, of course, on the PlayStation 1 on that's the true God box. The PlayStation 1, the Dreamcast, and the 360 are the God boxes. That's my favorite consoles of all time. That's it. But this is to me is like with Shenmue, I'm not excited about it. Not like I should know. AJ Felton would be probably cussing me out right now because I have been a big Shenmue fan, but it's just the fact that it just when I was just like I think it was you or it was Operations that said the trailer. The trailer looked bad. It looked dated. It didn't look up to par. And
that was the remaster for 1 and 2. It definitely still
remaster.
No, that was 3. That was 3. No.
The first trailer. The first trailer for 3.
The first trailer for 3 was awful. It looked very dated, and I was getting like, whoa, like, come on now, that's pretty crazy. And also, there's other Japanese games that's definitely coming. I mean, I showed you guys in the chat, in the GRG chat, there was I think I showed it on Twitter as well. I forgot the name of it, but it looked like Nier Automata, but with a different type of Japanese chick. She looks like a robot. That game looks insane. Graphically looks crazy dope, and that's definitely coming to Xbox. Also, Samurai Showdown is coming to Xbox.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown is going to be great.
Well, for the new one. Also, King of the Fighters for the first time this gen is coming. So Killer Phil is out there doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Japanese games are coming, and plus there's rumors of Blue Dragon coming back or Lost Odyssey.
The Lost Odyssey. There was the fact that they renewed the license and the IP, and that there's supposedly rumors of a sequel happening. There's talks that they're reworking with the studio that made Blue Dragon. And again, like I said, with the surveys, Sega was asking specifically about their franchises that they have.
Right.
Valkyria Chronicles and the Tales and all those games. We saw that they brought back Tales of Vesperia, which remember anyone who played 360. That game was first on Xbox.
It was.
Then Atlas had one, and they were talking about theirs. Yakuza, Persona. They were talking about the Trauma Center game.
That's the thing that I think that's definitely going to. I you know what I'm saying. Regardless of what PlayStation fans think, and I mean they're going to have to. They're definitely going to have to take Persona off of that exclusive list. It's gone.
Persona's coming. It absolutely is.
Persona's going to definitely come.
Here's the thing, right?
Hold on. No. If it doesn't come over to the Xbox, it's coming to PC. It's coming to PC. For sure.
Farscape confused me with Xbox 2.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
Everyone calls me Xbox.
Baby Bot. We call him Baby Bot over here. But we gotta keep it moving.
The last thing I was saying is that Persona is absolutely coming because of the fact that Persona already has Joker crossing over with Smash. They're gonna get an announcement that it's gonna come to Switch before E3. And I guarantee that with the way that Sega's been kind of building up doing these surveys, we're gonna see them, Atlas and Sega on Microsoft's stage, and they're going to make an announcement. And we already know that, especially from Atlas and some of the studios under Sega, like the people who do Yakuza, they want to bring it over. They said there's no plans right now. Doesn't mean that things have changed over the past couple months and that they'll make the announcement later. There's definitely something coming in the works.
Christopher said only reason people want it so much is because Sony respected it. No, that's got nothing to do with why they want it. It's the fact that it's money. They're seeing they're testing the market. You got to give it up to some of the Japanese games that came over to Xbox, even though it has been perceived that Japanese games don't sell over on the Xbox One this generation, but they have been doing well. And just Kingdom Hearts, it did fantastic on the Xbox.
Yes, it did.
So I mean, of course, now I'm sure that it did way better numbers on the PlayStation. But so there's multiple factors behind that. But the fact that it did well on the Xbox was good. And Jump Force really did well. That's the thing that tripped me out. With even the bad review score, Metacritic, that game did fantastic. It sold really well on the Xbox, and of course, Anthem did as well. But
hold on, Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter.
Oh, Monster Hunter did fantastic.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter set records. That's what I was saying earlier. Monster Hunter was great.
Monster Hunter kind of set the tone, and now it's on Game Pass, which is crazy to think about.
Resident Evil. That's another Japanese game.
Yeah, we had Resident Evil 7 and then Resident Evil Remake.
Oh no, but on real stuff with Jump Force, I need an English version. Come on, I can't. That's the only reason I ain't beat Jump Force yet. I'm tired of reading subtitles.
Hey man, Jump Force.
I'm tired of reading subtitles.
It's a solid fighter, man. It's a real solid.
It's
fighter.
solid, but I'm tired. Some people like it, but give me the option. Our games give them options, so why we can't get the option?
I agree, but
Christina shot back at him. She said Sony respect. They barely marketed Persona 4 Golden on Vita.
Facts. But this is the thing too, is that look, Xbox, you know what I'm saying? Persona series is a good series. This is the funny thing about it, is that like everybody shits on Persona from the Xbox. I won't say everybody, but a lot of people shits on Persona because it's not on the Xbox side. But if that game does come, they're really good turn-based RPGs. They're one of the best turn-based Japanese RPGs, hands down. So the fact of it is that like there'll be a lot of people be playing with the penis demon. So that's just what's going on. I mean, I'll buy it again. I got it on my PlayStation. I'll buy it on the Xbox.
You just want to play with the penis demon again?
Not me. No.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Woof. Anyway, so let's get to the next topic. Let's get out of here. Talk about the PlayStation PSN name change.
This isn't.
No.
It's not news. We shouldn't be waiting 15 years for a basic feature that everyone else has been doing.
You know
the fact that this has been hyped anyways.
All of us.
Okay.
Hold
on. No, Knuckles.
I'm stopping.
Thank you. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to you, 100. I want to get your thoughts about it first, but I do want to say something. I do want to say this. I seen Porter Rock. I seen my boy. I seen a couple of the people. I seen my boy Eric and them on Bang Bang. They threw out, okay, Mega doing time machines. They still talking that shit because of what I said about the whole Sony situation with my PSN account back in 2010. And I saw the shots. I saw the shots.
Why is that shit after all these years? They
still dwell on it. They still dwell on it.
I'm muting myself. I'm gonna
go. The grown man's in their thoughts is constantly years. That's when we know shit.
Mute yourself.
I'm gonna be responsible.
Mute yourself.
I look at it. What's up, Thomas Franks? Let's look at it from that standpoint, and I see the shots, right? Like okay, like I said, he been had this for 10 years already. Okay, so I explained it. I put it in videos. I talked about it in Bang Bang like forever. I gave full details about how that situation happened, regardless. And people still wanted to talk about it and use it as some kind of scapegoat bullshit, of saying that I was lying. Cool, whatever. It is what it is. Even Delia took a shot at me. He's like, that did sound kind of funny. It is. I even went out to when I first talked to Dealer was like, that just sounds weird. I get it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Look, catch me lying on a lot of shit, please. I don't really I don't really come out here and be just coming on YouTube to just be just woofing fucking tickets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to find those receipts, bro. You got to find those receipts. I know that they tried to say that I didn't beat Halo 4 or some shit. I
don't know why everybody just keep watching you. You got a whole lot of penis ratters.
I do, don't I? But the fact of it is on that, right?
We don't say that's what it is.
But this is the thing, right? So I've made my claim on it. It's funny, but it is about time that Sony has done it, and they have actually made some things happen. But 100, is it long overdue? Is there any issues? Is there some things that's out there that needs to be better? I mean, as a person, I know that you don't have a PlayStation 4 on you. Right
I do got a place. I do got a place in the garage collecting dust.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
I can scramble. You can scramble the hood on there.
You don't play it on a
No, I don't, because it ain't nothing for me to want to play.
Okay, but the fact of it is that I mean, what do you feel about them actually now finally doing it? Do you feel that there's a strategy behind it, or what? Let me know. Let me hear.
Man, it's a half-ass step. Some of your games gonna work. Some of them they don't work. Don't go. Not going to use your real name. Some games you might lose on your progress on. It's a whole lot of what ifs. If was the fifth, we all be drunk. It's up to the developer. It's this and this and that. It ain't a full thing. It's not a full thing like how we can do it on. I can go change my name to 100 right now with no problem.
Yeah, if you've done it after a couple of times, it's like what 12.
Yeah.
Times?
I think it's like 10. You know, I just did my son for like the third time. Yeah, but I can go do that, and it's not messing up none of my gameplay or none of that. It's not messing up my progress in games and stuff like that. I hear the excuse, what they claim, why they couldn't do it, but that's half-ass on Sony. You know, y'all claim that they got the best network. You know what I'm saying? They act like they Verizon or somebody or T-Mobile. You know what I'm saying? But still go down for maintenance. To me, it's just something to pacify their asses for right now, because people was complaining, why the Xbox can do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little pacifying. You know, it ain't no. If somebody come in one of my live chats or something on my thing and say, "Oh, we can change our name now," I'm just gonna tell them go get a bag of nickels and slap the hell out of themselves with it. I do it. You can do it on Steam. You can do it on PC. Man, come on. You can change it. Now, only thing they can get us on is we cannot change our email address that's on Xbox. They have to forward it. Like, I have an old email address that I don't use from Yahoo, but they forward it to my Gmail now. But I have to keep that because it's locked in. I understand that. So you can get me on that one. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this shit was like 15 years in the run. It took them 15 years. Not 15 months, not 15 days, not 15 hours, not even 15 seconds. It took them 15 years to pull off some half-ass shit. Hey, man, I wish the best for him. That's why I don't cut my shit on.
Okay. Hey, you know what I think it is, though? If you look at it, they might be gearing up for the PlayStation 5. I mean, the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox, it might be the last generation of consoles, and they figure, like, we need to get them in our ecosystem. We need to lock everybody down in the ecosystem. So I think next generation going to be a bloodbath. So they got to cross all their T's, that all they ask. So PlayStation gonna have to work on that backwards forward capability. They got to work on the their streaming service they got. They got to revamp that whole PlayStation Now. Mm-hmm. They got to revamp that because they know this next generation. If everybody do their flip like they did from the 360 to the PlayStation 4 and go from the PlayStation 4 to the next Xbox, they know that's the last generation, and everything after that's gonna be about streaming service. So if they get into the streaming service and everybody start flowing toward Microsoft for the money yet. So they got to do everything possible right here, right now. That's why all their games and stuff, if you notice, everybody trying to push their games back to the beginning of the next generation. Because normally next generation come out with almost, you might well just say like demo type games where they show the power of the console, or they try to show like what it's capable of, but they don't really show with the meat and potatoes of the console until a couple generations down. Now they bring in like the Halo is probably gonna be the beginning of the next generation. You know what I'm saying? You got like the Uncharted and the Last of Us. You know, they're gonna be all the stuff that they're building up is for next generation.
Okay, all right, cool. Anybody else want to touch on this? Elaborate about the PSN?
Well, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. First of all, if you're gonna lose your progress in games before games, that's uh, lose your progress before April 1st, 2018. If you bought season passes on different multiple multiplayer games or Horizon Zero Dawn, it doesn't make sense to change your name. And we know that they didn't build the infrastructure up like the way Microsoft did. And they have a video on YouTube explaining the negatives and the positives. The negatives outweigh the positives. I'm not changing my name on PlayStation Network because if I risk losing content that I pre-purchased before April 1st, 2018, that means you got to really go buy this content again. For all you people who got Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, whatever content you bought for Uncharted, whatever. How can you risk losing that? Your Call of Duty season passes, Rainbow Six. Who's going to risk losing what you already paid for because you want to change your name? What Sony needs to do is building their future infrastructure better so they don't have to do this starting from PlayStation 5. They cannot correct it from PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. They just cannot. But what they just need to do is looking forward. People who sign up to PSN, looking forward, all your stuff can be carried along with a name change. But if you are prior to, like I said, April 1st, 2018, there is no reason to change your name. There's no reason because the negatives outweigh the positives. Facts.
Anybody else?
Yeah, one thing he said, he hit it on the head. This really is embarrassing for Sony. This stuff is still not ready. All these cons for it. It's like, why even release it at this point? Like it's almost no different than when it first initially released in a beta form. Mm-hmm. Like, so this is just it's embarrassing for Sony. It's embarrassing on their technical teams working on it as well. It's just sad that they're in this state right now where is this risky to even use this new feature to drop it out for us. It's just sad, man.
Yeah.
Can I rip into them now?
Huh? What'd you say?
I said, can I rip into them now?
Okay, go ahead.
Why the fuck is this news? This shouldn't be news.
Hey, articulate yourself on a professional level.
This is a feature that has existed on multiple platforms.
Okay, hey,
hang on. Hey,
you got trust like Michael Jordan.
Don't use my government name.
Well, now they know your name because you admitted it to it. So anyway.
Got him.
Why you gotta do that to me, Derek?
Because you're not behaving, man. Relax.
All right, go ahead. Let him have it, though.
The fact that this,
with a kind way.
The fact that this is such a big talking point is sad. Why is name changes a basic feature that existed elsewhere for the past decade and a half suddenly a big thing? Why is it so being talked about like it's the greatest thing in the world? It's not.
But you know what, Bloody? They ain't never had a chance to do anything like that. See, as Xbox players, we've been doing that. So it's a big deal to the PlayStation Network guys.
I mean, you've been able to do that on Facebook and every other website.
No. This is their platform. It's a video game platform. We cannot discredit them doing that. But what I'm saying is they just have to do a better job.
I mean, I guess they got excited when they started paying for that PSN. So why not let them get excited for name changes as well? But the fact that this is news and this is something that's super talk worthy for them, that's kind of sad. That a basic feature that has existed for almost 15 years is this big of a deal.
Even Christopher said, come on, can we move on to the next topic, please? Because it isn't. It's really not. It's a big deal for PlayStation fans because they've been waiting for this. But but it is kind of not like really big news. Like, I mean, they presented it out like it was
going to change the game.
It was going to change the game. Like, I mean, this shit's already been done on everything else. So. Yeah,
but this national approach they want to take for it is them giving away the sell.
Infrastructure, that's all it is.
Right, well, yeah, I mean, it is off infrastructure, or if you get lucky and you can go ahead and use lawyers and lose money and get hacked like a motherfucker and get shit changed, then that's fine. You can try to go that route.
Just copy and paste?
I wouldn't advise it, though.
What about you just copy and paste and then or put a sticker over your other name and just put a new name on top of a sticker? I mean, it could be. They could have.
It's some with their infrastructure. It's some with their infrastructure that's working. What's up? Oh, Thomas Franks.
Thomas Franks. Yep. He said, GRG, what's good, family? We doing it live. 100. Thanks for your shout out on your channel, brother. Live Mega Bloody 108. Good to see you here, guys.
No doubt. No doubt. Thank you,
Thomas Franks. Always a pleasure, homie.
Good people.
Always Thomas.
Yeah, we'll be on Facebook talking.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? We be on Facebook talking them politics in gaming. Anyway, but that's all right. Let's move on to it.
Have your lady call my lady. Let her watch the games together.
All right. What's the last topic?
It's my wife's son.
We got 2 more topics, but the other one's going to be real quick to go through because I actually really want to go through. I want to kind of probe on operations on the last topic because he's saying people got to take L's, and so I want him to elaborate.
All right, I'll be quiet this time.
Yeah, but on this one, you know what I'm saying? My game, Sea of Thieves. I love me some Sea of Thieves.
That was like Star Wars, but all right.
It doesn't matter. That's how I feel like when I'm on the boat, when I'm on the Republican, we rolling, man. When I'm on the Republican, we doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here dressed fresh in my Obamas. You know what I'm saying? We doing it.
Those Obamas.
Yeah, I am dressed fresh with the Obamas. You know what I'm saying? On the Republican, we doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Down out there.
I can't wait till the 30th.
Yeah, well, okay.
The update's gonna be real.
Yeah, the update, it's a new update coming. It's the first year anniversary, and the boats are going to have they're going to be destructible, fully destructible. That's going to change the game on everything. Like that right there is crazy. Now, on top of the other updates that they've had where you can now start fishing, you got other added features to it. They've got different quests, all different types of things. Sea of Thieves has become something that's being beloved, but it's being quiet because gamers are playing it. It's like every time me and Don stream it, it's our biggest stream because there are a lot of people out there that really likes it. And there's even people that's asking for Sea of Thieves now to have this because there's rumors of also a PvP mode, you know what I'm saying, some ship battles to where they could be in esports. Now, that would be that'd be dope though. It would be dope because when you are out there on the ships, everybody on this panel has played Sea of Thieves. Well, I don't know. Operation, you play Sea of Thieves?
Oh yeah, I play Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody on this panel
plays don't play it. We always throw him in the break.
We do put him
hang on. All I want to say is that you can even skip me on this one. If I catch another YouTuber using my saying because I get drunk on the boat at the same time, they're gonna get a cease and desist letter. I'm tired of stealing my shit. I done caught 5 YouTubers stealing my shit. I came over with that first. Please give me some type of credit.
Damn,
you did. You get drunk on the boat.
Came out. So
you get drunk on the boat. You get drunk in real life.
Drunk in real life.
But you're damn right. You did start that. But regardless of the fact, 100 is trash at playing the game. But other than that, though, he's good comedy because
I'm the admiral of the boat. I'm here to look out. I don't need to go out. I'm supposed to protect the boat.
You get your ass in the brig.
And then when y'all throw me in the brig, I just cuss you out. I don't do nothing but cuss y'all out, and then I tell them to kill them. But let me see.
But this is the thing right here.
We gonna die.
But hold on. But this is the thing here though. They adding planks as well. So your ass is gonna walk the plank. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody gonna make me walk no plank because I'm the admiral of the ship.
Shit, you gonna walk the
plank.
You're
not the admiral. You the dude scared to play the game because you hiding.
Oh, what I'm hiding? I'm protecting the boat. I protected the boat the last few times. While y'all was out there, going to look for I get treasure just like you get. I'm doing my job. It's supposed to be a team basis. Ain't no iron team. It's a team base. I'm doing my job, sitting on the boat getting drunk.
Okay, all right. Regardless of the fact, Sea of Thieves is now seeming like it's coming into its own to other people's standards. I've always enjoyed Sea of Thieves, but it seems like more and more people are starting to like it. It was one of the things that we've been saying. That the people that have liked it is that look, this is a game that is going to grow over time. It's going to be a different game from when it first started to when it ends. It's not like how we look at Crackdown. When we play Crackdown story is absolutely fun. It's great, but the failure in the Crackdown is the multiplayer because they still haven't got the lobbies. And I made that very clear. I made it very clear. When the gentleman that told me, he said, because there was a whole bunch of people that was there, but he directly told me that, hey, look, says we will work on it as fast as we can. We will get this going. And I said, look, everything is all good. All things will be forgiven if you work at a speedy, if you work at a quick time. And it's been 2 months.
No, Nick, I get to try them out next week. If you're in the preview program, you get to try it out next week. Well,
it's still been 2 months. It's way far gone. Like
so it's a whole they got different modes. It's supposed to be different modes. It's supposed to be like 5-on-5. You know what I'm saying, team based. But they're letting us test it.
Right.
They letting us test it out. I think sometime next week. Already signed. It's already signed. If you're in the preview program, you can sign up for it in the preview hub, and you can play. And you can play. And they're only doing it for 1 day.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to be signing up. But the fact of it is that look, I enjoy Crackdown a lot. I really, more than I thought that I was going to. I was anticipating it because I wanted to see what the whole situation with the cloud, and then when we all played it and we had a chance to play against each other in that weird way that we were doing it, you know, and we made that video, like the game was legit, and then the story. The game was fun as hell, but you can't not have that component and then expect people to just wait. That's the thing. Like, if it was already out here, then I would be playing it, right? I would be playing Crackdown 3 right now. But the fact of it is that I'm not going to touch it until they get that multiplayer fast and right. So it's unfortunate. The game is pretty much probably dead on arrival in the sense of the fact that, like, if it's going to generate any type of sales, because it got bashed before it came out. Now it's you know, it's just one of those games that people just look over, and it's unfortunate because it's a really good game. It's better than what a lot of people said. The story mode was absolutely fun as fuck. It was great, but anyway.
But did Battlefield do the same thing? Your favorite game, Battlefield, do the same thing?
Yeah.
They just bring out a new mode. They ain't getting smashed and bashed like they want to smash Crackdown.
The rest of the game was complete.
That was part of the game.
Well, it was part of the game. People was wanting the game, but the one problem, the one factor with all the other modes worked on Battlefield. So I mean, Battlefield worked fine. It played well. It didn't have any issues. People just made a big fuss about nothing about women on a cover. Like, right. or the trailer that they seen, and it had nothing to do with the game. Like, the game has nothing to do with that trailer. That was just bad marketing. That's the same thing that kind of hurt the perception of Halo 5, is because of the marketing and the advertising of thinking that Locke was going after Chief and it was those two going after each other. That was bad marketing.
Hang on, but what's the difference? What's the difference when Marvel get us and we thinking we seeing Incredible Hulk? We seeing the Hulk. We thinking we seeing the Hulk in a movie and he ain't in it. And the Hulk don't come out. Just like I heard.
It's the same thing. It doesn't matter who did it. What he's saying is talking about this game, and that's where it went. It was bad marketing.
Right. It was just bad marketing. That's the point.
I can't say it because that threw you off the game because they didn't want to. How many games we get spoiled now? Everybody's talking about this leak and that leak. They threw us off completely.
I agree, but the point of maybe that.
I don't agree with the masses.
But look, I don't believe in the masses. I'll be like, fuck them.
Hey,
hashtag save Locke. But the fact again, we're going left again. I just was making a point. Was just saying, look, and that's why I brought about Crackdown 3 was that look, they tried to put it in the same boat literally boat with Sea of Thieves. But you can see the progression with Sea of Thieves after the first couple of months when they started adding
and State of Decay. Let's not leave that out.
And State of Decay, right? Like, I mean, all these games, when people keep trying to address that there was no new exclusives with these 3 games, that's bullshit. Like, I mean, this is bullshit. These are new games. These games are new. You can say they're bad. You can hate them. You not like them. Okay, I get that. You're your own. You make your own decision on that. But those are still new games that came out for Xbox, and they're all good games. They're not God of War good. They're not Quantum Break good. They're not Halo 5 good, or not Uncharted 4 good. But those games are good, solid games. If you can like fucking Yakuza, you can like any of these 3 games that came on Xbox, in my opinion. That's just how I look at it. But regardless, it's with Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has really gone well and beyond, and it's been the game that was hated the most, but now it's actually being really the most respected out of the three. Mm-hmm. And because it's gotten all this content, and it's going to continue to get this content, and the game is just absolutely beautiful, and it's fun. People have gotten over the cartoon shit. They've gotten over that, because now you cannot be hyped for board. You can't be. I'm going on my bloody rant. I'm sorry, but you can't be happy. You can't be excited and ecstatic for fucking Borderlands 3, but then talk shit about Sea of Thieves. You just can't. You can't do both. You just can't do that. So anyway, anybody else want to talk about the Sea of Thieves thing?
Nope. Next topic.
All right.
Yeah, I think Sea of Thieves is gonna be dope. I think it's gonna wind up outselling a lot of the big exclusives that came out last year. That came out around the same time. It's gonna probably outsell God of War at some point. It's gonna outsell Spider-Man, and it's not because that game is so much better. No, it's just that the longevity of the game. Like Spider-Man came out 2018. It's gonna be the same. It's not gonna change. All you're gonna do is get a new Spider-Man later on. Like Sea of Thieves will be the same game, so obviously it'll be getting updates and over the time, so it's gonna just sell more. That's how it goes. But that's what the plan was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was a plan. Exactly.
Well, that's
what longevity.
But that's what people look at you like you got two heads. It's gonna outsell God of War? What? How the fuck happen? What? I'm like, yo, bro, that's the whole object. Minecraft outsold the shit out of God of War. What? But if you told people that back when Minecraft came out, they would have looked at you like you fucking ridiculous. What? Minecraft outsell Uncharted? You fucking stupid. That little blocky ass game. Fuck out of here. You stupid as hell, fucking bots. And all of a sudden, well, I mean, you gotta understand, like got all these goddamn excuses of why it's sold after the fact. But it's like, bro, all I'm telling you is based on the way the game was created, it's going to sell over time. Because, bro, at the beginning of just look at what we had. The ships, they got all these different mechanics for the ship that weren't there. The simple fact that you go harpoon shit, and it's not just one mechanic for the harpoon. You can harpoon the island, so you can whip around the island faster instead of having to put down your anchor and pull the bitch back up. Man, that shit changes a lot of shit just with that harpoon alone. You can shoot the crate, the treasure chest, bring it back on. You can choose whether or not you take the treasure chest all the way back to the what's the name of the shit?
I forgot. The places where you did it.
Yeah. Or you can just open the shit and take what's inside. You can do that shit. You can then you could cook food. You can eat it. Based on how you cook it determines how much you get out of it. So if it's raw, then you get a little bit. If it's well done, then it, I don't know. I think it's if it's at a certain level, it's like you get replenishable health for, like, say if you cook something well, like a pork chop or whatever. So when you fighting somebody, your life will replenish over time for a short period of time, versus if you did a bad job, whatever, cooking some shit. So you're gonna have to find somebody who knows how to cook and not burning all your goddamn food in there, because you can also get shit. I think you can get sick too if it's not done well or something like that. I mean, they got all kinds of mechanics. What's the other shit? Obviously the ship damage. So depending on how many times a hole is shot at, it'll get bigger over time.
Well,
I think
you can shoot
the mast, the wheel.
You can shoot the
anchor.
You can shoot the master wheel. You can shoot the
mast. The mast
waves are. I mean, where the shit, I can't think. Where the sails,
the mast. It's called a mast.
The mast. Yeah, you can shoot them. If you knock all them, they can't go nowhere.
They can't even go nowhere, right?
You shoot the wheel, they can't go nowhere. I mean, they can go somewhere by throwing the sails up, but there is so much.
And they fall individually. It's not like you shoot the mast and all three fall down. No. You shoot one. It's all done singular. So it's not like all of them fall down. You can individually shoot them down. I mean, they added a lot, and then the story elements, they added a lot of content for that. So now it's like you don't have to do just go out and work for the different merchants. You could just do the story elements. They got all them puzzles in there and shit. or treasure hunting. And then if it's like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing adventures at all, it just takes too long, you just jump in the arena, which is basically 24 minutes of just per match, and then you treasure hunt, fight, whatever, you get gold for whatever you do. So if you're doing dope shit, the cool shit is, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it should make sense, but like, say if somebody's trying to fucking dip on your ass, you can shoot they shit with your harpoon to latch onto them. I was like, oh, that's dope as hell.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, like, there's so many other cool features that's going on, and then of course the whirlpools that's coming, and then there's other creatures that's going to be coming. Of course, I think that there's going to be new enemies. The game is going to keep progressing over time.
You got like 50 fish in there that you can catch. Yeah. I was like, man, see, I was wondering about that, because I was like, you can go fishing, but if you're going to catch like the same 5 fish, I mean, it's like, but you can catch up to 50. I'm like, all right, now you're going to have people.
I don't know why y'all sitting in here picking up this game. You know the Kraken is lacking.
Hell no, you tripping, bro.
I'm joking.
I know you got that. Boy, the Kraken is back. The Kraken's doing his thing.
Here's the thing: I haven't seen them actually harpoon anybody. Mm-hmm. Like, if you could harpoon enemies, oh man,
I'm sure you can harpoon. I seen no, they harpooned a Megalodon.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying, if you can harpoon an enemy and just like say if he doesn't die, so say you like harpoon him, but you don't, he can still kind of fight his. If his health is strong enough, he can try to fight his way out of it. That should be all right. That should be all right.
Game is really special, but I enjoy it. It's going to be one of those things that's going to grow on a lot of gamers over time. So, man, I'm really happy about it. But let's get to the last topic, and then we're going to get out of here. Operations, I'm going straight to you with this one. Okay. Xbox TV maintains lead for gaming industry ad spent. Know what you saying about that, man? Where are you going with that?
Ooh, I have a lot to say. So basically, for years, Xbox podcasters have been saying that Microsoft does not market their games, which means much bullshit to me. Mm-hmm. This article pretty much states that Microsoft has maintained its lead for gaming industry ad spend in March. Now, for me, the way I interpret that is, for the past couple of months, Microsoft has been dominating, leading the industry in how much money spent on their ads. And to quote Average and Moxie from G4G Media, one of their shows they say a couple years ago, I believe, and I'm paraphrasing when I say this, Microsoft is strategic with their marketing. And also, I'm not a marketing expert. For me, I just list people who are smarter than me, do a little bit of research. That's how I kind of pull all this together. But basically, for Microsoft, is they will not just make an ad for Game Pass, just dump it everywhere on the net. For one, that's a waste of money and resources, and two, you're wasting ad time on TV as well. Well, Microsoft, what they do is they choose sites with high traffic volume, like TV stations, ad segments during after shows, right? They're pretty much generating millions of impressions for them. Because I'm talking about like TV segments have like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, tech sites to bring a lot of high traffic into them, right? They choose locations like this to drop their ads, which generate millions to billions of impressions for them. That's the type of marketing you want to do for Microsoft. What Sony, what we see them do is they take ads for like the game Spider-Man, God of War, pretty dump it everywhere. Everybody thinks, oh, like they're out marketing Microsoft in this area. Which, based on this article, that's really not what it seems. The difference is that the Sony, they'll just dump their ass everywhere, but Microsoft, they'll just be more strategic with their areas because they're pulling on sites with high traffic, while Sony's dumping everywhere where everybody can see it. Because you know, with Spider-Man, they call it the subway train on the side of buildings and whatnot, E3, all that stuff. I mean, that's good. You're showing it everywhere, but how valuable was that to them? How effective was that for their marketing campaign? Because they're just dumping it everywhere and not putting on strategic sites where they're guaranteed high traffic volume for the generating impressions. So pretty much like this is basically for years people saying that Microsoft don't advertise their games, don't advertise Game Pass. It's a little bullshit because even on Twitter, it said earlier today that throughout the years, Microsoft does do game blasts for Game Pass. The issue is people just either don't see it or just miss it or just ignore it at this point. Because they've been pushing for so many years. If you really pay attention to these different sites and actually step outside your boundaries of these regular you go to, you will see that Microsoft do actually advertise their business. They do advertise Xbox, Game Pass, they're exclusive as well. The issue is people just don't step outside their boundaries. They want to keep pushing their narrative. They push it for so many years because they feel comfortable with it. People accepted it by now. So why would they challenge it at this point? Just like this article really proves what they have been saying, what I've been listening as well. Like Microsoft, they know what the fuck they're doing. Because even Avers said earlier, like in a couple of years ago, like Microsoft, they would do advertisement through emails pretty much, which for them generate billions of impressions. For a company that's their size, let's say the world population is like around 7 billion, right? Mm-hmm. They're generating a 7% of the world population. in impressions for advertising. Like that is unreached. Like that's something that most companies would dream of in impressions for advertising. You cannot sit here and say marketers don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know how to market their games, and they've been doing this for years. They're better than us doing it, and from what the Avers has said, they're effective at it. So like for me, it's just people just trying to push their narrative, just trying to be negative towards Xbox, get their clout, get those likes on Twitter, get their views up on YouTube, or it's just sad at this point. Just do your research, do your due diligence, and you will see that there's a lot going on that you really don't notice if you pay attention more. But that's all I really got to say about it.
Well, you know what? That was very informative. I mean, you broke it down. That's why I went to you first. I mean, that was spectacular. I mean, do anybody else want to feed off of that?
I mean, I would say that we've noticed that they been marketing more because they have all the ads. If you've been paying attention, they got Division. They got I don't think they have Mortal Kombat, but they have
Sony, is that
Dragon Ball. What was the one that just came out?
Jump Force.
Jump Force. They had that shit. They had Metro.
Anthem.
Yep, that. I mean, Anthem's been on for a minute,
and it looks like they're going to have. It looks like they're going to be the ones that has Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So and I'm trying to think what else is coming now. Now, Mortal Kombat is doing their own thing.
Well, I mean, Sony still, yeah. But I mean, and that's crazy because you're right, Live, is that you don't see a lot of Sony for the player shit. You just see Mortal Kombat just showing. You just see Mortal Kombat just showing Mortal Kombat stuff,
right?
And it's different because normally Sony's always got their stamp on whatever's coming out, but Mortal Kombat is its own entity now that is just like wow. Oh, and also Kingdom Hearts. You're right, Bloody. Yeah, Microsoft do have the rights to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. But you got to check this out too. Look when you go do the Mortal Kombat, when they do the combat cast, they're using an Xbox controller. They're playing on Xbox, and I'm playing on PlayStation. Yeah, but a lot of people can't catch it. I've been telling people, a lot of people don't watch commercials. Like, why we got DVRs to skip through commercials and stuff like that. Only time you might catch it is like a super live, like it's gonna be the playoffs. Right. So people might sit there and watch it. So that's when you might put your stuff in. But other than that.
But check this.
It's stuff that's on YouTube.
Events is the best events to put.
Yeah. And like YouTube, they throw stuff on YouTube all the time. I don't see it because I pay for YouTube Music, and that's why I don't see the commercials no more. But otherwise, I was seeing Xbox commercials. You were seeing gaming commercials. They're going to the demographic what they needed more. My son does not damn near watch no TV. He watch YouTube. And what do you do? Get a bunch of commercials. And you want to go after You want to go after these kids. You want to go after them. Hey, Mom, I need this new Jump Force. I need this new game.
But Bones, we do. But what do we normally see Xbox commercials? Like you said, sports and main TV shows. That's it. They're not going to put it on like a channel or some shit like that. And the funny thing is, a lot of people that talk about Xbox, they don't see shit about Xbox on TV. Then turn around and talk about, well, I don't watch television. Well, what the fuck?
But that
you don't watch television, but you just say that on TV. Like,
but that's not true. That the thing is, they're not putting it on TV as much anymore because TV isn't the go-to spot to put advertisement. Because I've been saying this for a while.
Sports is the thing, though.
Sports is the only thing that's big for TV, but I've been saying this for a while because I've been talking about this when we originally talked about this back in January about the marketing, as well as back in November when there was first talks about it, is that Microsoft's focused on their online advertisement using certain streaming services. I have stated multiple times that their friendship with Warner Brothers, if you go to the CW streaming app or their service, their online website, their app built into the Xbox, anywhere else that you use that, when you use that program and watch the ads, a lot of them are Xbox ads specifically promoting for Game Pass. And I
don't they use Surface tablets in some of their shows too?
No, yeah, they do show off the tablets and the Microsoft Surface, but they were doing a lot when they had big games coming out. Like I said, right before Forza Horizon launch, literally every other ad when I was watching all my shows on CW was a Xbox Game Pass ad, literally talking about Forza, and then it would do their little quick spin of all the stuff that they have in Game Pass, stuff like that. They have a strong presence. It's just not where anyone's looking. All anyone uses is YouTube and then Netflix, places where you're not going to see advertisement from.
But they've been doing product placement too, because we see
exactly. If you all and that's another thing is that in those, and like I said, in CW on Warner Brothers stuff, on a lot of their shows, they have very obvious product placement when they're looking up stuff on computers or on tablets or anything. It has the Windows branding right there. It's a Surface tablet, a Surface PC, all that. They have so many advertisements specifically showing off Windows equipment. It's showing off that Microsoft products. They have a strong presence. People just don't take notice of it. That's the thing. It's because no one's caring about it, and they just want to say shit because of the fact that it's not every little window dumped on your stuff. It's not like you walk out to your car and see the dudes who just throw 20 pieces of paper for the same ad on top of your car, and you have to wipe all that shit off. No,
right? It's not effective at all.
Yeah, it's not the one person who's placing it right where you're gonna look and be like, oh, hey, look, this is cool. No, they're just dumping it all over your shit.
Yeah, true. Well, anyway, man, this is a really good topic, man. I mean, if we kind of want to take it over to next week to talk about it a little bit more, I definitely am willing to do that. But we're going to have to wrap it up. I know, Bloody, you got to get ready to do your thing. So you're going to have the hour to get your shit together so you can go ahead and do your promotion thing out there. So, man, where can they find you at? What is your fail of the week?
Okay, so first thing that they can do is that you can find me on all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Mixer, all over at Bloody Knuckles. Remember, the O is 0, the E is a 3, and of course it ends in a Z. And my fail of the week is the fact that I haven't slept for the past 40 hours because I've been working on too many projects at one time.
All right.
So, but real quick before I hop out,
go ahead.
But seriously, guys, everyone who's in the chat right now, it'd be greatly appreciated if y'all head over to where I will be streaming here in an hour. The link is going to be mixer.com/1up. That's the number 1up. It is going to be over there hosting with the One Up on Cancer organization.
Put it on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting it up there as well. But guys, please go over there. It's a great cause. It's a great organization. All the people there are amazing. They've had a lot of people who are already donating. We're close. I think they're sitting at $600 right now, close to the 1,000 for their next goal. But just coming out and helping support is just greatly appreciated. And I hope you all come out and show me some love and what those guys do. I really appreciate everyone. But I'm gonna head out, guys. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your night, and hopefully I catch y'all over there.
No doubt. All right.
Over there, Knuckles.
Definitely, man.
Good luck to that stream. I got you.
Good luck. All right,
thanks,
cool.
Guys.
And going to you, Live Wire. What's going on with you? Where can they find you at? And what is your fail of the week?
You can check me out on my channel, Live Wire Gaming, where I will try to put some more content. I know I've been slipping, but I'll get back on it. It's been a rough week, man. Trying to get some time. Let's see. What was my fail of the week? These Democrats, man, they be on my ass, man. Talking about what want my fucking taxes, man. Fuck them bitches. I just got my taxes done.
Wait, what?
Releasing them. Y'all not gonna get shit.
You're gonna have to get K Mega the stream deck so he can bleep your ass out.
Hey man, damn. Donald Trump don't want to send them. You know what I'm saying? He's getting audited.
Can't get my taxes, dog. Can't get them.
Yeah, he don't want to give. He want to. So he's being audited. That's what he said, man. So, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Donald. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Life is hard for a pimp. You know, I got it.
Lemon gameplay rocking Mortal Kombat status. That's a work.
Man, you playing the computer, bro. Try to put your hands on me against my cabal. It ain't gonna happen.
My arms are too short.
Nah, man, you got them you got them Burger King hands. You ain't gonna hurt nobody. Anyway, 100. Where can they find you at, man? And what's your fail of the week?
Fail of the week is, man. What's my fail of the week? I don't have no fail of the week.
You do, Laker Nation.
I ain't get drunk. I only got drunk one time this week.
Laker Nation should be your fail of the week, bro.
You know what? I've been talking. You know what? Y'all can try to kick me in my shoulder blades while I'm down. But you know what? I'm like Hezekiah Walker. We fall down, but we gonna get back up. And ain't that hard?
Y'all ain't getting
so, you know. So, you know, I don't give a damn about Zion, and Triple O time. I got a plan. Me and Jeannie was talking while we was doing this podcast. You know, we're going to go do some brunch.
Okay.
We're going to do some brunch. And, you know what I'm saying? We're going to figure this out together.
Brunch.
We're going to do some brunch.
That man been out there in the corporate world. He over here saying fancy words now.
We need to start a fund because he is definitely having a serious case of dementia.
Oh shit!
Keep on talking left hand of Zeus. Keep on playing. I'll trade his ass. I'll trade the bitch in a minute.
Whoa!
I trade the bitch.
The venom is real.
I said, I don't care because you got your kids in school out here. We all tradable, including me.
You must have had a California sunstroke. Something wrong with him.
No. Trust me.
California raised.
I can get a haul for him. I send that motherfucker to Siberia.
Oh my
God. Couldn't say motherfracker?
Nah, not on that one. Because I'm tired of everybody talking about me and my, you know what I'm saying, my lectures and stuff like that. We going to be all right.
Yeah, we will.
We going to be all right? We gonna be all right. No, they're not. Anyway, Triple Cup Chuck, where they can find you at? What's your fail of the week, man? I know that you had your podcast last night. It was jumping. I could only listen to a few minutes before I had to take my ass to bed to go to work in the morning. But, man, you over here doing big things, man.
All right, appreciate it, man. But my fail of the week was, all right, one of them was, I thought the Strawberry Festival was last weekend, but the next night is this weekend. So I had got it. So all of my plans that I had for this week got mixed up. So now I got a whole bunch of scrambling to do again this weekend. So that was one of my fails of the week. I had another one, but nah, I'm gonna leave that one for some Xbox Live stuff. But
okay, all right.
Yeah, but y'all can find me at the Heroic Vibration Podcast on my channel, like I live be saying. But yesterday we had none other than 108 Dragon come on and he did his thing. But we had somebody, he said something about Captain Marvel, and we had somebody to come to slap the Shazam out of him.
Yeah.
Popping up. So y'all need to check it out. It went live.
All right.
It was lit. It was turned up.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Operations, where can they find you at, and what's your fail of the week?
Of course, you can find me on Twitter, Operation, or just Irisburg if that's easier for you. And fail of the week, for me, I was playing Apex Legends. I almost took out this entire team by myself, but I missed the last couple of shots. He took me out. Bro, I was so mad. But of course, you can find us every Saturday on Smash Podcast at 8:30 Central Time.
Nice. Cool about it. And as for me, you know, it's KMega405. Thank you guys for hanging out. As always, we're getting close to the 100th episode, man. I'm going to try to make it as special as I can. If not, you know, it is what it is. Hell, I will make it special on episode 101. We'll you know how it is. GRG is GRG. It is what it is.
Drink today.
You know what I'm saying? We beat to our own drum. We don't try to hold on to no crazy ass trying to be a heel or trying to be a good guy. We just talk about games, have fun doing it because we're gamers. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for publicity. We're just here to do the Lord's work when it comes to gaming, and let's talk about it, have a good damn time doing it. But as my fill of the week, I have to say this, man. This is going to be a little political, so bear with me. But this is really also educational. There was something that I listened to yesterday on NPR when I was at work, and it made me talk to myself because it was so legit. And it's not so much the fail, but what the individual said. The whole topic was about automated stuff taking over and stuff like that. But it was what this gentleman said that
Andrew Yang.
I don't know if that was his name. No, I couldn't tell you if that was his name or not. But the only thing I'm gonna tell you is that this was wild, right? He said our education system is broken by this factor because it's been working the same way for the last 75 years, to where you go to school, you listen to the lesson, you have a teacher actually tell you what to do, teach you how to be disciplined, in a world that back then where you just went to work and you listened to a boss or a supervisor and they told you what to do and you was disciplined enough because you learned that in school. The new era now is where we don't have enough people in schools to teach kids how to be free thinkers, or how to innovate, or how to be the next entrepreneur. We don't, you know what I'm saying, and everything else that's going on, they cut education and funding and take it into a whole nother realm, taking it to charter schools, to the people that have money, and what that leaves the other people when we have all these automated things that's taking over jobs that we used to do back in the days. It's now getting to a point to where people are now stuck because they still caught up into the old way of the educational system. That was the deepest shit that I heard, and it will stick with me for the rest of my life. That shit was deep. And so the feel of the week is that, you know, our politicians just don't want to get our educational system right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I mean, we have a lot of smart young people, as you hear Bloody, and you hear Operations, and you hear Triple Cup, and you hear all these other people here that's younger, and they're smart and motivated, and all these people that's on YouTube, and these creators and streamers and everybody else that's out there making another way. It's not all about what it used to be. It's a whole nother area. So I know this is on some other shit. But
real quick about this, since I am the professor up in here, I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
My track record, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what happened was motherfuckers, they separated everything. Like they wanted everybody who was like going to private school, had funds, like you said, to have all the manager positions. Like, I'm manage this person, manage that person, right? And then everybody who was supposed to be like the grunt, do the grunt work,
right?
Is, you know, everybody just came straight out of high school. Maybe they did like their associates in
well,
college.
They didn't finish. There's a lot of older guys in my job that didn't even finish school because they had to work to take care of their family, to help take care of their families.
But the problem is now they want to do all this tech shit because everything's moving. Technology is moving a lot quicker than what the education system was prepared for.
Right.
So all the grunts or people that they thought they were going to be grunts, and they were purposely putting them in position to only do but so much. They need them to catch up and speed up. And you're asking somebody who you told that high school was good enough to now try to figure out how to become an engineer. Bro, that's hard, dog. And that's why you hear a lot of these cats. Well, that's what a lot of the people that you hear when you know, as far as Trump, they come out and he's like, oh, we're going to bring the old jobs back. And I'm looking at him like, bro, it's not the old jobs that they need, because those shit's obsolete. They need the education to do the new jobs.
Yeah, you're right.
Who folks out here trying to talk about they want to be a coal miner for the next 30 years? The fuck?
Hey, check out Andrew Yang.
Yeah, I mean, the real fact of it is, like, I know we got to get out of here because this could be a whole nother. I really do want to do a political podcast. I really do. But the thing of it, the one big factor about this is that, again, you're right. Like, coal is old money. It's not generating money. They told that they fed off of the lies. I mean, and now everybody, even these big companies. I mean, you've seen the Chevron, and now that the other company, I can't think of it now, it's another oil company. They're going all in on new ways of trying to bring in a new era and trying to get away from fossil fuels. They're doing this themselves because, you know, they have the power to do it, and the political system here is still trying to fight to keep that when those jobs aren't available anymore. GMs and all that shit, they've been going automated since the late 90s. I mean, there's GM plants that's closed down, or they're moving overseas or going other places. The old era of where you just went to work and you did your thing and then you go home and you get a pension and all that shit, it's over. It's a whole new ball game now. But regardless, Lord have mercy.
It's all money.
It's all about money. It's politics. It's crazy.
Yeah.
G-Man, you want, hey, bro, if I really do, I mean, because talking about politics is really tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I sit there and I chat with a couple other people that's close to me, and you know, we talk about different things, and we haven't talked about some things in a while, but hopefully that we'll bring some things up and talk about it. But yeah, politics is very important. I look at politics as just like how people look at gaming, because it's so fractured. And really, we need to look at it from the same standpoint, because we're all in here to this together. And regardless of whatever is your preference, we do have to still figure out to get along enough to where we can make it all work for all of us.
They cloud it with the little personal shit. Right. Like the real shit is like, all right, gun control, shit like that, versus talking about bullshit like, you know, who's allowed to be, you know, religious, or who's marrying who. Like that shit don't affect your life.
No, it don't.
They never have. But they always bring that shit to the forefront, like, oh well, you know, I don't want such and such marrying, because I mean, like, man, bro, that don't matter. But what matters is we burn all this damn coal, you're gonna be able to breathe next fucking year. Like that's what fucking matters.
Right, and for all the people that's died off of that later on in life because they busted their ass in hell and all that stuff. But anyway, let's get out of here.
Hold on. You're not gonna do that to me.
What's up, bro?
I ain't do my outro. I know y'all dudes is talking politics.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought you did. Okay,
brothers.
My bad.
You my big little brother. How you keep doing this to me?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. What can they find you at? And what is your?
I got some things to announce.
Okay, cool. You pregnant?
Damn. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight supporting this GRG. Everybody on this panel, man. We give our hearts and souls to the situation, man. No matter what you may think about what we're saying, we all bring it from a straight great place. Now, I want everybody who listens to this podcast to go out there, rock with my boys on Bushwick Radio. Go download the app. I will be live coming next month, supporting GRG. Me and my boy from the Iron Lords podcast, King David, we're going to be live from New York on the radio station. Yesterday, I had my first debut as the co-host on a radio station.
It was dope.
And I will be putting out more information. Come closer to E3. I will let everybody know on Twitter when it's going to happen. I wish my other brothers from GRG was closer to do a whole big connection, but we will be doing some big things coming through, man. I want you to tune in and look at like and subscribe to everybody's channel here. Last night, Vibration Podcast was popping. Big energy. Everybody's doing great things. Go check out Bloody tonight. He's doing a very, very great charitable cancer situation on Mixer. Please follow that guy, that young boy out here working these streets. Operation Rookie of the Year. And big little bro, because I'm older than K Mega, but he bigger than me, damn near bigger than me. But
no, I am bigger than you.
But you know what I'm saying? Support GRG, support my boy 100. Livewire, he's in his own subject. I don't even know where to go with him, but I love that boy too. He's the 8-foot wonder of the world. But you know, these are the things we bring into y'all, man, and we really bring great energy. And we don't do clickbait. We just do straight facts. Support the squad, man. GRG, stand up.
No doubt.
You already know what it is.
No doubt. Support, you know what I'm saying? Spread it out, you know what I'm saying? We here, we do the things for not only for you guys, but we do it for us too, because we love the interaction. I mean, everybody here, we different, but we definitely have a lot of love for us and for the past people that's been here. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of stray dogs out there that lost their way, but hey, man, you know what I'm saying? GRG wouldn't have been GRG without them. So you know what I'm saying? And that's, for me, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll always have love for everybody that's been a part of it. So
facts.
It is what it is. Everybody have a good one. You know, if you ain't gotta take your ass to work,
you gotta do that dance off.
Well, I mean, they can play games too, and then you know,
don't play no games.
They can slide
on there and play with your spouse.
We shall see next week when we're gonna be talking about Microsoft's E3 right after they Inside Xbox.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
It's gonna be fun.
Preach.
All right, we out of here, man. We going way long. All right, good night, guys. Thank you. Peace. Hold on. Let me hit the right button. There we go. We hit the right button.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.